Ghetto state of mind, put the pedal to the floor, I got a steep hill to climb. That money on my mind, gamble everything of mine. Rather be broke than to live with a yoke. Nowadays people slave for a little bit of hope. Guess I better ball hard, spit a bar, sell dope. Excuse me, Mr. Officer, what it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer, cause I'm black with a hat and a nice car. Excuse me, Mr. Officer, what it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Whoa, wait, you're making a mistake. Another day, another dollar in this motherfucker. Make you scream, wanna holler in this motherfucker. What it take for a real nigga get a break? Made a contribution, fuck retribution. Laid a foundation, still motherfucker hate. Rather see a nigga broken, see him elevate. Know if you made it through, now contemplate what I'm here for. Appearance of the Jim Crow, probably just mockery, jokes and hypocrisy. Take a stand and the folks on top of me. Call a guard, come fast with security. They pounce hard and wanna press charge. Made a little progress and I'm still under stress, saw a little bit of change, but the attitude the same, like I'm back in the hood with a Glock and I'm good. Sabotage myself, I don't need no help. Excuse me, Mr. Officer, what it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer, cause I'm black with a hat and a nice car. Excuse me, Mr. Officer, what it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Whoa, wait, you're making a mistake. Another day, another dollar in this motherfucker. Make you scream, wanna holler in this motherfucker. Give me that ride on the backside, in the limelight. This my time, right? Should I see through it? Put heat to it, let the time pass, never speak to it. Who would I be? To stay silent is calamity, so I came to speak. Got a million man strong with a right to bear arms. All it take is a song, play the shit in a song. Super grip on my phone, got the video and drone. Catch a glimpse of the ruckus is the movement and push. Nigga tired of being pushed. Now police in the streets with the riot getting heat. Rubber bullets in the shield just to make us know the feel. One shot, one kill, nigga dead in the street cause the bullet was for real. Excuse me, Mr. Officer, what it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer, cause I'm black with a hat and a nice car. Excuse me, Mr. Officer, what it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Whoa, wait, you're making a mistake.
Hitting home runs, walking through the bases. Haters can't take it cause they know I'm about to make it. Had this feeling every time, ever since I was a kid. Plans to get cake, can't wait on birthdays. People on the grind, gotta eat both ways. If I don't make it, I be gone to November. Cooking for your soul like grandma Sunday dinners. Room full of winners, wait, it's just me. Rappers are pretenders, they not what they seem. I be back chillin', relaxing with my team. If it's not beneficial or it ain't about the cream, yo, I leave. Keep on living and let the past die. Nowadays, music is stuck like they don't try. Give me the tools, I dissect them like a frog. I'm too ill, I came to kill it will. I'm tired of all these rappers trying to rap all complex. On world star claiming that they got next. All up on they vids talking about their lyricists. So stop it if you wanna try now. Cause I got a 16 that will end your whole career now. Whether label or independent, I'm known to be self-sufficient. I move with a deadly rhythm, I see you with my inner vision. Now what you talking about that I ain't hiding now? I put the flame to the street to burn the block down. Because styles upon styles upon styles is what I have. Rest in peace, Fife, and what up to the abstract. Shout out Ali and Jerobi. I speak in native tongue even if they don't know me. Growing out my hair like young Kobe. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Tito not Toby. You know me, I'm hip-hop to the roots. And this could be a moment of truth. Guru.
Promise?
Promise.
Yeah. Okay.
Make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram and all that at Mac Myra. Follow all the bad bitches back. Told you go to die, was finna have this shit in the headlock. You ain't wanna listen to it. I'm cool with the dudes who be killing. Getting here. Yo.
I said I'm cool with the dudes who be killing. Getting here from a nigga hoe, you don't know the feeling. Staying up all
all night running through a zip. What you want to eat, baby? I ain't one of them. Hey, what you wanna see? Fuck your baby daddy hoe, he'll wanna be. Glock 9 got a beam, it'll put you underneath. Make a phone call, they'll put you on the team. Nigga thinking he a kingpin. Roll a joint while my hoe put her weave in. Rap nigga, trap nigga, yeah I'm deep in. All my niggas sell dope on the weekend. All my niggas sell dope on the weekday. Rapping, I got a hoe, yeah I'm DJ. I be buying all the kicks, I'm East Bay. The hook get a fake name, Felipe. Nigga do it with yourself, you don't want a Cody. How the hell you from the Yak and you don't know me? When I jugged on the South, I ain't get rated. Nigga made a 10 bar and damn near fainted. The plug hit me with a load, hallelujah. Tell y'all about a scale, I'm a connoisseur. Rap game, trap game, yeah I'm knee deep. Putting nose on the block, I'm Chief Keef. I can't leave the rap game, shit it need me. You ever hit your son up when you need pee? Cause you know you on probation and you drop dirty. And your ass see the judge, he go drop 30. Boy, I hear your money young like Mac Main. Have my nigga shoot a nigga like Max Payne. Took another Percocet for the back pain. I get the Robinson like my last name. Oh, you don't know. I said I'm cool with the dudes who be killing. Getting head from a nigga hoe, you don't know the feeling. Staying up all night running through a zip. What you want to eat, baby? I ain't one of them. Hey, what you wanna see? Fuck your baby daddy hoe, he'll wanna be. Glock 9 got a beam, it'll put you underneath. Make a phone call, they'll put you on the team.
No need to go down, broke that run, that this how we frown. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we frown. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we frown. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we frown. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we frown. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we frown. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we frown. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we frown.
This where we from, with the love, the people, the music, we all come as one. What have you done? Folks, they just talking like they are just bosses or something. I got problems day to day, my people dying. Got my family watching, any haters writing. Just realize I'm in a better place. Gonna write it out till I'm finished, man, and that's work. Niggas now talking like they gon' do it bigger. Hey, your lady in the back, now they hurt. Dog, look at that. Try to blow up a cell while she all on T. Wait, I've been on the grind, so it's all on me. What's the steez? People try, but it can't complete. I be damned if I ain't the one that can't complete. Cause I came from a place where the bombs to see. Real talk. Nothing can stop me. Boy, what are you doing? The game is so clueless. Where's that new? Where's that Tito? I had to take a break for a few. I thought I had lost it. Found my passion, found a girl, break my heart. Swear to God, when I start realizing I'm a beast with it. Everybody gonna eat with me, go down, have a feast with me. For my day one, 8 ones. Pretty girls don't care what people think. On the news, people dying on day to day. Mess around, be a shirt or a poster. So I don't got time now. Be playing with it. Wanna be ravaged, yeah, I'm on now. What you thought now? I can't do it like that, you a lame. Got all this game and I still ain't the same where I came from.
Baby, you know I miss you too, right? I wish I could be with you. You always talking so nasty to me. Oh, you like when I talk nasty to you too, huh? Wanna be my fantasy, go and get the Hennessy. Wanna put you in a trance with my tempting tendencies. I could be a Monroe, you can be my Kennedy. We could lit a lights on, I wanna see you licking me. I wanna see you swim, wanna see you go deep. But I hope you could float in this water density. Got 99 problems, but I'd rather 69. I wanna go to work, I wanna put in overtime. Ice, dripping down your body, but I feel you heating up. Chills on your spine from my kiss and my touch. I don't wanna play nice, I just wanna get rough. Neck grab, hair pull, that is really in a nut. You lustin' for my body, boy, this ain't a 10-speed. And you drive a Maserati, cause that's more I'm not saying. I wanna chop it up, call me Mr. Miyagi, damn I need a hot toddy, cause I'm sick on the beat. freaky fantasy. I'm building your imagination, what I'm telling you. It's gonna take some concentration, what you feeling now? Ooh, it's deep admiration. I got you stuck, now I got you contemplating on this pleasure. But that's what times always call for desperate measures. You going down while you gripping on my waist, looking real slow. Damn, now you writing cursive letters, huh? You want this fantasy all over you. You want it? You want this fantasy controlling you. You want this energy beholding you, but I'm just stimulating nerves. You're neurological. I know you focus on my voice and it's steady, and I can hear you breathing, changing, getting heavy. You fixated on my words, creating visuals. This is not a TED Talk, more like a Prezi. I told you I could talk nasty.
So bad. Why you niggas wanna beat her up so bad? Little bitch on my cock so bad. Why you niggas wanna beat her up so bad? Go
Yo, little bitch on my cock so bad. Why you niggas wanna beat her up so bad? Go to die. Hell yeah, we known through the yak. You from OT and got a shit blown in the yak. Machiavelli finna run it up. Nick did the beat, so I gotta fuck it up. Freak bitch, she'll suck it up. How you from the yak, nigga? You don't fuck with us when I blow. The hood coming with me. The pandemic pump, nigga. I was selling eggs for the 50. Skinny little bitch wanna lick me. Gave me a hickey. 12 get behind me, I'm Ricky. All a nigga do is sit back and stun. Seen a trap house do 10 racks a month. Heard about a raid, then he packed it up. Chill for a minute, then got back to clutch. You ain't never made racks in a bag. You ain't never got no money in the egg. You ain't never bought a bow and then brung it back home. Broke it down, got it gone in a day. Where I'm from, little nigga, that be normal. And the yak boy feel so immortal. A1 make the custo swarm. If I ever see the hook, I'ma warn you. Go to die, little bitch on my cock so bad. Why you niggas wanna beat her up so bad? Go to die. Hell yeah, we known through the yak. You from OT and got a shit blown in the yak. Machiavelli finna run it up. Nick did the beat, so I gotta fuck it up. Freak bitch, she'll suck it up. How you from the yak, nigga? You don't fuck with us.
Hey. Peso Picasso, Peso La Bird, whatever you want to call it.
Perfect.
Hey. Hey. I'm on this shit that they not on. They say let bygones be bygones. Grip on the net like a python. Jump out the top like I'm Zion. I want a realist, no caption. Need a little bitch in the fashion. She bust it back like we crashing. I tell my shit, I'm about action. Hop in the studio, turn to assassin. I'm about those, no time for distraction. Can you imagine? Beamer to Aston. Ha, past them, I'm in the league of my own. Like mobile, I guess of myself. They like, so what you own? I'm working for generation wealth. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. Ay, 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the bone. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. You niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the bone. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta sit back, enjoy life, cause you don't know how long you gonna be here. Hey, I'm in a league of my own. I might just go play for myself. All of this shit that you own, your dollars ain't making no sense. Don't act like you knew me, that's pretense. To that little bitch to the deep end. She wanna slide for the weekend. Do say got me tweaking. Knew as a young and I've been waking up to something. Now everybody cousins, but I'm on the block like I'm drumming. I got the drip like I'm gonna. I make a wanna. I'ma hit it 4 times. You can call me stunner. They say you too smooth, but slid out the gutter, but still in the cut, so you could get cut up. Still in the cut, so you could get cut up. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. Ay, 007, I get it, it's gone. Fucked up a bomb. Ay, nigga, I'm stoned. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. You niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. 007, I get it, it's gone. Fucked up a bomb. Ay, nigga, I'm stoned.
What is going on? Talk to him, Peso, Nick Peso, Zion. What y'all? I try to support who support me. Independent artists. Trying to help the man. He got some hits coming.
Picasso, Peso the Bird, whatever you want to call
Peso.
it. I sick of class.
Talk to me, Peso. What's going on? Guys, let me get the chat on. I had a lot of technical difficulties. Had a Windows update on top of that XSplit update. So just let the chat come up. It's going to log in here. If it don't, I'm going to have to hide it, and you guys know how to go. Okay, it's going to force me to log in. So let me hide it real quick from you guys so you guys can see. There we go, because I don't want you guys knowing my credentials. You know what I mean? And I don't know why it didn't just log in. That is kind of weird. Usually it just logs straight in. You know, oh, the Windows update, man, it's kicking everything out. Okay, so soon we should have the chat up. But how's everybody doing today, man? I haven't even tried my drink yet. Okay, let me get my drink here. All right, so there's none. Wow, that was a lot. Oof, I just fed the beast a bunch of information. Now let's see. There we go. There we go. Let me pull this chat back up. Let's pull it back up. Yeah, let me, hold up. Put some in the chat. Talk to me in the chat. Just came up. I need to see what's... What up? Y'all see me there? Joe. What is going on? G.I. Joe. The hardest working man out there. Chris. I see you, Chris. I see you. Represent your Chris. Holla at Chris. I'm dropping a bomb for you, man. I don't even give them out like that, man. I don't even do it. Say! Cock! Burn! What is going on, man? We got a good show today. I finally got to try to drink. So we good, man. Let's go ahead. Damn, the cup's too big for the drink holder. Wow, this is a massive mama. We're just gonna put that over there to the side. Anyway, let's pull this a little closer. Sound check. Can everybody hear me okay? Is the sound good? That's what I need to know. I need to know, is that sound good, man? I got an extra spicy show. No notes. Today there's no notes. Yo, I kind of thought about going TikTok live. Like, why not? I'm doing it all, right? I could just pull up TikTok here and go live. Okay, why not? Hell, I'm about to do it anyway. I'm about to do it. Hell, why not? TikTok, go live. Look at that. Oh, we live. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. You know, TikTok, I want to do y'all right, TikTok. I want y'all to get it. You know, I like to re-upload the content for y'all. Okay, but... well, damn, I can't help it. I pushed the button. I'm live already. Okay, so... sound is good. Zoo QWERTY. Want to become famous. Oh! You know what? I ain't even gonna hate on you, Twitch bot. Today, I'm not gonna hate on the Twitch bot today. Hold on, let me turn, because see, TikTok is gonna be live, so I need TikTok to kind of face me from this angle, okay? Man, I didn't shave or nothing. Rough episode. Anyways, so we got an extra spicy episode today. I'm gonna tell you guys, behind me is a very funny picture. Hilarious, okay? And I want you guys to see the video. Of course, I am on TikTok Live. TikTok will not be able to see the video. until I repost it later, or they got the option of coming right now to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. They can go wherever. Okay, it don't matter to me. Okay, Chris, your birthday Friday. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Happy B-Day, man. Throw them up. Drink one for me. I'll take a sip for you now. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the episode. Now, hilarious story. So, I always do this every week. I get different gaming stories, topics, news. I report it to you guys every week, right? So, this one was hilarious. You probably see the background. I don't want to say too hilarious because the man got hurt, okay? And I don't want to be up here like I'm making jokes about people getting hurt. That ain't my thing. That ain't my thing, right? But this guy behind me, can I move a little bit? Can you see him? He looks hurt, man. He looks hurt. This guy hurt himself after winning a tournament. Yes, the man won a tournament. My man won a tournament, man. And guess what happened? He dislocated his shoulder. Now, it's sad that you win a tournament and you dislocate your shoulder. And Nick, why the hell is that funny? Well, it's not just he dislocated his shoulder. It's the way he dislocated his shoulder. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play the video. Now, y'all know a lot of times I don't get to play the videos, but some videos are fair game. And this one's fair game. Okay, fair game. So we are going to watch, we are going to watch this man hurt himself right on the NickMoses05 podcast. Y'all know how we do it, man. And shout out to him. First of all, let's get his name. So my man is named Cake Assault. Cake Assault, I'm going to give you one shotgun because you hurt yourself. If you would not hurt yourself, I might have gave you like 4 or 5 because this is actually like newsworthy. Okay, and believe it or not, I probably would have never, ever even heard of you or known about you unless this happened. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the article here. Okay, now when I pull up the article, guys, I want you guys to walk with me. Do not just immediately start laughing. I want people to, let's respect this man. He hurt himself. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull it up. I don't even want to laugh, man. I feel so bad for this, but let's pull it up. Here we go. So, congratulations are in order for Cake Assault, who over the weekend won a huge Rivals of Aether tournament, overcoming not just the competing field, but also the limitations and fragilities of the human body. The Rivals of Aether showdown was part of the Riptide show held in Sandusky, Ohio. Big shout out to Sandusky. Can you dig it, sucker? I can dig it, Sandusky. Now, this was between September 10th to the 12th, which also featured tournaments for games like Super Smash Bros, Brawl, and Melee. Y'all know how we do. We love our Smash Bros here. And Splatoon 2, another classic title. But it's the Rivals we're looking at here. When Cake Assault wins and then absolutely loses his shit. Can you dig it? All the sounds. Play them all. Play every sound. Now, again, I see followers at TikTok. TikTok, if you're watching, you got to come to the YouTube or Facebook to see the video. But they're going to have the ability and the enjoyment as we watch this together. So let's go ahead and pull up Cake Assault at the Rivals of Aether tournament. And correct me on that. If it's either or something, let me know, guys. Okay, I want to see. I'm just sounding stupid and shit. Pull up the chat too. Okay, I'm going to move it over. But I want the chat there. All right? So, let's go ahead and play the video. I'm going to pause because I like to give the full effect to my audience. So I'm going to make it widescreen so you guys can have the enjoyment of seeing this in full screen. Okay, and TikTok, let me move you a second because you're a little bit in the way, TikTok, but it's all good. You there? You my dogs. We roll. Ajax, backpacks, flapjacks, crack sacks, all that. We go back like that. You know what I mean? Here we go. The video is now going to be played of Cake Assault dislocating his shoulder, and we're going to watch how he does it. I feel so terrible, man. Couple shotgun. Yo, oh man, my mama came in while I laughed at this. Oh God. I don't care, mama. Okay. This was some hilarious shit. Oh my God, man. We ain't done with the video. We ain't done. But we gonna replay that part. I don't think y'all seen what I just seen, man. This man celebrated and dislocated. It didn't even look like he did nothing. He got to have a ghost up there pulling his arm. Let's replay. Yo, I'm not gonna make it through this video, man. I'm not gonna make it through this video, man. I'm not gonna make it through this video. My man was so excited. He did a one pump and the whole shoulder just pop. Must have came out. It didn't look like it though. We're gonna finish, but one more time, y'all. I'm sorry. I am an ignorant piece of shit. You can call me that today, okay? Today only. Nicky Tennant, what's going on? That shit hurt. Don't play. Yeah, that shit hurt. For people out there who dislocated shoulders, broken any bones, sprained any wrists, fractured anything, y'all know the pain. My man fell out in the middle of the whole entire crowd while they celebrating. You can't fake that. You see him chilling out. He not going crazy no more. Yeah, that one, yeah, there you go. There you go. That adrenaline pumping. He got back up and pumped one hand like a straight soldier. Hey, we need that man for the army. Okay. Pop up. Ah! And gave a fist bump to a couple dudes. He said, take us up! 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 Let's go, Kate! Let's go! Let's go! Cake assault. Yo, my man is wigged out. We gonna do this because, again, I am ignorant today. I am on my BS. So we are playing again. But Cake Assault, to be honest, before I play this again, we got to give you about 3 or 4 slaps, man. You bugging. Like, I've never seen somebody celebrate so hard. Either you are Mr. Glass or you seriously threw the hardest fist pump in the world. Nobody ever dislocated. Yeah, it just don't happen like that. Okay, it just don't happen like that. So one more time, because I'm an ignorant piece of shit. Now, all y'all, I'm so sorry. I think we got to do it one more time. Let's take it back. I'm pulling me back up on big screen. Hold up. We ain't going to do this. I got to talk some facts. We just watched this man dislocate his damn shoulder from a fist pump. And guess what nobody did? Didn't know. Look at the dude. Hold up. Pull it back. Pull it back up. Look at the man standing right or sitting right there. He said, hold up. Did he even budge? How disrespectful and inhumane are we? We watching this man grimace in pain. I would have said, oh. Nonetheless, man. My man's sitting there, right? Okay, he's sitting there. That was a dislocate right there. He hits the ground. My man leaned over and started looking at the monitor. Look at that. My man is sitting there fixing it. He ain't even helping. What are you cracking your knuckles for? Oh my God. Yo, and whoever that dude was, oh my goodness. Look at that camera. Look at that camera. My man got the best shot in the house for the cake assault, dislocated shoulder. I gave that man a bomb, y'all. They're on. That man was on it. He came out the crowd. I didn't even know he was there. I didn't even know. There you go. Shoulder bomb. Now, look at him. You don't see him right now. You don't see him yet. He's grimacing in pain. The man sitting there not doing nothing. And watch this cameraman get the best angle. Watch that. Here he comes. You don't see him yet. He walks to the front of the stage. Take us all hurt. Bam! That. I gave him 3 shotgun shots. I don't get them shotgun shots out. My man got, not only that cake assault is getting up. Straight legs. That's straight legs. His right arm is not even down. He ain't using that left arm. My man, hold up. He got to do something. Let's see. My man popped up with legs only. My man popped up with legs only. Yo, cake assault's a real G, man. I'm sorry. Cake assault is official. He official as they come. You ain't just a gamer. We can put you in the military right now. And you're going to be a great soldier, man. That man popped up all legs. Oh, my goodness. Whew. Okay, I'm done, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't want to do that. I was not supposed to do that. But I played it a couple times. So, I'm going to read from the article. Cake assault, rivals of either tournament, however you pronounce it. Yo, I see you. Go to King. What's going on TikTok? I've seen a couple of TikToks there. My bad. I'm on a show. I'm trying to do it. Y'all can come over to YouTube, though. Y'all can come right over to YouTube, though. You can come over to Facebook, Twitch. We live right now. We doing it. But I got to say this. This man hurt himself the worst I probably ever seen somebody hurt themselves off a celebration. I've seen injuries with celebrations in sports, but it usually comes when somebody else gets involved. You know what I mean? Somebody bumps you, somebody jumps you, they grab you the wrong way, something like this. This man, okay, literally did a couple fist pumps and dislocated his shoulder. That's COVID era is real, man. We're not doing no workouts. I want everybody to go do some workouts now. Drink milk, okay? That's why milk does a body good. I heard we fact checked that shit. It was bullshit, but hey, you know what I'm saying? We need some more, a stronger bone mass. That's what we need, okay? So, from the article, it says, dude is celebrating like he just won Champions League final on penalties. I love it. Only catch, though, is that the whole part where he collapses to the ground in complete agony, silencing the crowd in the process. I didn't hear no silence. Stop. I didn't hear no silence. They need to stop with that. Which he later explains was due to the fact he had popped off so hard that his shoulder took things a little too literal. And Cake Assault wrote on Twitter, also, I fell on the ground during that pop-off because I dislocated my shoulder. Laughed my ass off. Most I've ever hurt myself gaming was grinding the skin off my thumb during a Gran Turismo endurance race, so a football field level injury, while celebrating. No less, it's actually one hell of an achievement, and I hope you're feeling better, dude. Now, this comes from the Kotaku article. This one was Luke Plunkett. Shout out to you, Luke. I'll give you 2 shotgun shots, okay? But, Joe, I see what you say. Yo, I'm going through the comments now. Y'all are wild, man. I see what he was on AAMP DPC, acting like a baby with a fix. I ain't gonna lie. He was definitely, but I'm going to say this. My mama said acting like a baby. That was my mama, y'all. Okay, shout out to Mama Carol. Okay, she tunes in. I get on my shit while she here, too. Don't get it twisted. Don't think I changed because mama get around. I'm grown. Okay? But it's beautiful when the family support. You know what I mean? This man, like, literally, to the hospital. I need to stop reading these comments, man. Them young bucks, us 32-plus users, this would not. Yo, I ain't lying, man. I think it wouldn't happen to us. I think that is some young bucks, man. That's some different shit. You know what? It might not even be young bucks. This man did a fist pump and dislocated his shoulder. We're done, man. We're done. I don't think there's nothing more we need to talk about, man. Shout out TikTok. You can come over, like I said, come over to YouTube, Twitch. You can see the video too and all that. So we're going to get off of that, man. We ain't going to stay on that. I ain't going to stay on that too long. Y'all see the list. I just want to pull it up on screen so you guys can see the list of what we're talking about. Okay? We got a lot to talk about today. And y'all know this next subject, I'm about to go donkey shit. And you know what? Y'all think I'm playing. Y'all think I'm playing. Pull it up on screen. Let them know what you about. This is what I'm about. I'm about this life right here. Call of Duty Vanguard. The hardest game ever. Battlefield fans, suck it. I love you guys. It looks like your game's going to be great. But I am now here to say that I have played the Call of Duty Vanguard beta. Yes, you know what that means? I purchased it. I pre-ordered it. I don't care. You guys can say whatever. Sorry, all the workers, Activision Blizzard, that walked out. I'm going to apologize to y'all first. Because I bought it. I didn't even, you know what, when I made the purchase, I didn't even have you guys in mind, to be honest. It was sad. I felt like a terrible human being at that moment. But Call of Duty, I am dedicated to Call of Duty. I've been dedicated since way back. I remember when we wiped out Medal of Honor. People don't even remember Medal of Honor anymore. Who is that? Call of Duty wiped them out. That's one shotgun shot. Then they carried on. They carried on and took out other franchises. You didn't see, I remember playing Black on PlayStation 2. I was like, oh, this game's going to be revolutionary. Done. Call of Duty come out with anything, it's over. Another shotgun shot. Eric, what's going on? I see you over there, Eric. But yes, I was part of the beta. I played it. And y'all know, from a Call of Duty fan and all you Battlefield 2042 guys, I told you guys, I was scared for this one. Because this one right here was going back to the old school stuff. And we got some mixed reviews. I remember my man Joe. My man Joe said, yo, I love the old school shooters. I'm the type that, yo, I want a dog with Gatling guns. You know, I'm crazy like that. Okay, I'm crazy like that. Right? I want the riot gear where I'm damn near like a Gundam. But I'm not Future Soldier. You see what I mean? It's like actual technology using now. Okay? But this is officially NickMoses05 tested and approved. This is hot. This is hot. I played that beta. Let me tell you guys what happened in the beta. I got clips. If you don't believe me, I was getting my ass handed to me. I didn't even care. Then I got on a little hot streak and I cut the game off. I said, I'm going to come back. This is too much. This is too good. I'm enjoying myself too much. I was expecting World at War, and I got one of the, let me not say it, man, because every year I always say it's the best Call of Duty ever. Okay, I always say that. I always say it. But this might be the best Call of Duty ever, goddammit. Okay, I don't care what you say. I love the way it played. Okay, you had campers camping as usual. Okay, they were camping in corners. They were just camping everywhere. Guess what they were doing in the beta? They were spawn killing. I felt right at home. I felt right at home. I said, this is what a game is made of. It was beautiful. So, I'm going to play some highlights of me playing. Okay? I can do that. It's my stuff. Can't say I'm playing anybody else's highlights. Now, before I even do that, I just want to let you guys know the beta, I'm not sure it's still going on. It may be over. It was this weekend. Okay, so that was September 17th to the 19th. And it may be over tonight. I'm not sure how that goes. Might be tomorrow. But I know this weekend was kind of all the time you had. This game will be released in November. I believe, I forgot the date, November 5th or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the chat. But this I'm going to have downloaded. I'm going to be live streaming and playing all the time. Y'all are going to get sick of me with Call of Duty. So let me address Battlefield now. It's a couple things. Battlefield 2042 fans, I did see your game on pre-order. And guess what? You get the beta too. You pre-order it. Yes, you can be a part of the beta. They give the date of when the beta drops. I wish I knew right now. You know what? I kind of just want to pull it up because I don't want to do that injustice. They're like, oh, the favoritism towards Call of Duty. He's such a fucking fanboy. I hate him. Unsubscribe. You know what I mean? No, I'm going to go ahead and give you a respect. I'm going to put open beta. We can see when the open beta date is for 2042. Okay? So open beta for Battlefield 2042 will launch on October 6th. So if you're not a Call of Duty fan, if you're a Battlefield fan, you're in luck because you're going to be able to play the open beta October 6th. So enjoy that. Have fun with that. But there's a couple things I want to let you know. Coming from a Call of Duty fanboy, take it how you want it. Okay? One is straight action. I don't know if you're going to be able to meet this straight action. Okay? Last time, you had people running for about 30 minutes before they really got into it. And then you get killed, and what you got to do, you got to try to jump on top of somebody else. We ain't down with all that. We was in action immediately. Okay? Different game modes. We was changing all the game modes. There was so many, I ain't know what to do. Okay? Gun modifications. You better stay up. But I would say the biggest thing for the Battlefield 2042 fans to know, and for all my Call of Duty people, is that Call of Duty Next Gen is $69.99. Now, I am not dropping a bomb for that, nor giving shotgun shots, because it was at one point $59.99. We went up for this Next Gen. And guess what? Before that, it was $49.99. We're gradually seeing this increase in games, but not too many Next Gen titles. And we paying extra for it. Okay? What about Cyberpunk? When Cyberpunk come out, I get the Next Gen upgrade, and it better be worth it. Okay? You finally did an upgrade where we can see the street being wet on Cyberpunk. Like crazy. Okay? But guess how much Battlefield 2042 is? Woo! Y'all, I don't know if I was tripping. Sometimes I do a lot of bias shit sometimes. So when I was looking, maybe my eyes was playing tricks on me, but I almost swear it said Battlefield is going to cost, it's either $79.99 or $89.99. Now, I know what you guys thinking. Why would they charge that much for Battlefield? And I agree. I said the same thing. When you got competition like Call of Duty, it's a common thing around Christmas time. Let me give you an example. Hold on. I needed that. So an example of this would be during Christmas time, games are released around that time. And people usually have a decision on what game they want. You walk into a GameStop, you walk into wherever, you're just shopping online. You only have so many dollars, whether you're buying Christmas gifts or you're receiving them or you're buying for kids, it's a lot of different things. You only have so much that you want to spend on things. So if you buy a system, bam, I have $400 to the side for that, $500 to the side for that. I'm probably going to sign up for PlayStation Plus and just play what games I have on there until I want to spend more money for games. Some people, right? Then you have another bunch that says, hey, I'm going to purchase a game and I'm going to set aside some money for about 2 titles, right? You get those people, or an extra controller, some accessories, things like that nature. Okay? So those people are the ones that you really want to sell in this case. And if they have a choice with 2 games, you typically don't get 2 shooters. You usually get maybe a 1-player game and a multiplayer experience. That's what I see most commonly. But you get some people might get, 2 different single-player games, 2 different multiplayer games, but you typically don't get games in the exact same genre. So if it's a military shooter, you're typically not getting another military shooter. You might get like, Call of Duty and Gears of War, or you might get, Battlefield and some other game, but you typically don't get Battlefield and Call of Duty. It just don't go like that. So you're fighting for sale space. Call of Duty right now has you beat on price. What do you offer? I will say this, Battlefield 2042 fans, you have a lot more included. For that price, I think it's $79.99 or $89.99. You may go ahead and check me on that. But for that price, I do believe you get like a year pass. So there's a lot of different extra features that you can get and things you can do. To me, I believe that this is a scam. You know, that's up to me. I'm just saying that. I'm putting it out there now because EA is known for the loot boxes they drop in. Don't talk about FIFA and how much they make for that, or any NBA, 2K. They're just known for milking the digital currency out of your pockets. Okay, so for me, I feel like this is going to be, hey, you're paying this much for the game. We're giving you these skins, these guns, this. You know, all this stuff we'll give you, and you'll have it for a year. Then after the year, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to pay, which means you're going to have to pay to continue to play this game. Battlefield is going the long-term route. I'll give them that. That is much respect to that. Going the long-term route, which means you're probably not going to see another Battlefield for 5 years again. So they're trying to roll this out slow and nice and easy. I respect that. But Call of Duty will have another one. Okay, and hopefully Activision don't screw nothing else up. Or I ain't gonna say Activision too, you know, because it's Activision Blizzard. They are merger, and Blizzard was a lot of that shit. I'm gonna be honest. Activision was just kind of laid back, chilling, and it happened on their watch too. But you know, it is what it is, right? It happened. It ain't no fair. Them folks shouldn't have been treated like that. Now make no excuse. Blizzard need to really get their ass kicked though. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna pull up some highlights. Oh, no, I don't even think I got highlights really, because I was getting my ass waxed. Not like literally, but like figuratively speaking, okay? So let's go ahead and pull up my stream. Now, right away, I'm sure it's going to play something. No, I don't even think I got highlights really, because I was getting my ass waxed. Oh, damn. Hold up. I forgot. I forgot I'm live on Twitch. That was, you know, I'm wondering, I'm like, what the hell just happened? Why is it me talking to myself? Like, that's not, you know, but it's cool. Let's go to videos. I'm going to pull up something here. So, okay, I got a couple of them. I got a couple of different Call of Duty ones, right? I'm going to just pull up one. We ain't going to waste too much of your time. But for all my Call of Duty fanboys, let's pull up something here. Let's get me going. Let's see.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know what happened. I just shot somebody, man. But we're in the middle of the match, man. We're just playing, okay? I just sprayed the whole shit up. You see what I mean? But look at the action. Look at the action. Look at the action. Oh, duck behind there. My man got me. My man got me. You see what I mean? Duck the action. You see this? This is how we looking, y'all. This is how we looking, y'all. Ah, Call of Duty's back. It's back. Like give me that. I'm back. I'm running rooms just popping. Now I know it's a little grainy, y'all, because I was actually streaming this with my camera on. I turned off my camera after that. I was wireless too, so it's a lot of that. But yes, I agree, Joe. The old school guns is back, man. I'm feeling them. Joe, I was doubting you, man. I should have never doubted you on that, man.
Yeah, that's my fault.
I should have never doubted you on that,
It's still
man.
all doing good.
You know what I'm saying? Them old school guns is smacking. Bam, look at that. Now, see, I'm still going. Look at this. I was jumping, shooting. I was
Ooh,
tripping.
if I could have jumped and shot, that would have been so nice.
See, you hear me? I'm talking. Look, boy, I be knowing what I'm talking. I ain't even see this. I was there, though, so I kind of, you know, got the first hand scoop. Do I got something to show off? Let's go a little further. That's just one game, okay? I'm playing over here. This is crazy. Look at that. Another map. Oh, damn. Somebody shot him before I even
Well,
I was
yeah,
slow.
some people
and
can't
remind
see
you
right
guys,
now.
this was at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I didn't care. I didn't get much time because, you know, I'm doing things throughout the day. So I said I got to hop on. So I started around about 4:30 in the morning and just started game. And look, sitting there. Let's get to some action, man. Let's see what's going on.
Able is lost.
Let's just play. And that's what's crazy, man. It's so much going on.
That was my fucking bad. I'm slow, man. Come on.
So you said I'm slow.
Pick it up. All right, I'm coming to Bravo.
Look, we own it.
Damn, they got Bravo back.
Closing with Able.
He shot the shit out of me too. Look at that. See, I'm creeping. Peep the scene. Oh, Nick. I felt like I was gonna do something.
Man, they are fighting, man. I ain't gonna lie.
We was kicking their ass too. Okay, but I can tell you, I remember this game, guys. Guys, we actually finished 199 to 200. We took the L. Believe it or not, I don't even know how. It was like everybody started scrubbing it at the exact same time. Some bullshit. Right? See, I dropped down. I start learning the levels. I stop. Give myself a couple shots. I start learning them levels.
Stun grenade out.
Stun grenade. Hold it. Cook it.
Securing Baker. Able is ours.
Cook it. Elimination. Do you see that? That's how you cook them grenades. That's how you stay low and pop them shots. Secure.
Give me that B.
We died.
Oh,
it didn't
shit.
matter. Okay, I ain't gonna do that to y'all. See, I could be doing this all day. We could watch my highlights all day, y'all. And I'm gonna put a little collab together. TikTok, I see y'all out there. I am gonna put a little collaboration together, and I throw that up for y'all on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, not gonna waste too much time. Call of Duty Vanguard beta is official. You're hearing it from NickMoses05. Throwing the air horn on it. You know, it needs it. It is hot, smoking, nice. I cannot wait to play it. Sorry for everyone who got treated like shit at Activision Blizzard. You deserve better. I did, I don't want to say help support the shit, but I purchased the game. So just take it how you want it. You know, I'm not trying to support that at all. Just want to clarify, you know, my stance on that. All right. So, oh yeah, you seen I was using that Tommy gun. Yes. Them old, Joe, why did I doubt you, man? Them old school guns are smacking. They smacking, man. Okay. So, anywho, I'm done with that. I can go on all day, man. I will not be able to shut up when it comes to Call of Duty. So we got to move on. So, let's go ahead. My ears itching. Hold on. That gun sound was just bing, had my ears ringing. You know what I mean? So, let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to talk about the latest in Switch news. Guys, there's been a lot going on with Nintendo Switch. So I'm going to address a couple things. First, videos, tutorials. A lot of people have been wondering, Nick, where's your tutorials? Well, guess what? Had an issue with my OG Switch. I didn't want to make the videos using my chip Switch. And I got my OG back. It is working. It is fine. I'm going to update it because I'm way behind. I got to update everything. But once I update everything, I'm going right back to putting out those tutorials. I'm doing Android videos. I got so much to do. Okay. I have Android videos now, but I got so many, ideas with them of what to do. So I'm going to have a lot of Switch tutorials. So you're going to see Switch tutorials. You're also going to see posts from these clips of every time I go streaming on the game from now on because I got things set up now. So I will be posting those as well as podcast clips, YouTube Shorts. I'm going to really try to pick it up. But Nintendo Switch news, we got a lot going on, man. It's so much that I actually don't know where to start. Like it's so much that happened with Nintendo Switch, and that's how it works. It's like nothing happens with the Nintendo Switch for a while. You don't hear about it. It's like, oh, you got people with their modded systems, probably with some homebrew software. But as far as games, they're releasing games on Switch Online and everything, and you don't hear much else besides that. Well, I would say the biggest thing here, okay? And yes, Joe, glad he said that. If anybody is, working on any modded systems, they're having trouble getting things working, definitely go to NickMoses05 Facebook page. My man Joe's holding that down like Sergeant Slaughter off G.I. Joe. Not even just a regular G.I. Joe. He's like the sergeant. He's holding it down. I seen a video just a moment ago that I will be using. Okay? But Nintendo Switch, okay, finally has added Bluetooth support. I think we need 2 bombs for that. This is crazy. Yo, this is crazy on multiple levels. And let me tell you why it's crazy on multiple levels. 1, people complained about this from day one when the Nintendo Switch was released. And after that, they have came out with multiple iterations of Nintendo Switch, but never enabled Bluetooth support. 1. 2, Bluetooth support was added in a previous firmware, but it wasn't enabled. There was actually a modification that you can use to utilize that Bluetooth driver. And correct me if I'm wrong, all my homebrew folks. I believe when I did my original Bluetooth video, which you guys can see, that was one of the most popular videos, okay, during the month. People trying to use Bluetooth headphones on Nintendo Switch. Okay? So, what's crazy about that is they want to go ahead and add this now. And you had an OLED model Switch. That you announced an OLED model before you announced a Bluetooth driver. This is crazy. This is crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you how big it is that Nintendo added Bluetooth to the Nintendo Switch. It is so big, in fact, that there's articles just talking about Nintendo Switch adds Bluetooth audio. We should not, in 2021, be having a problem with Bluetooth. I'm sorry. I can go right now, I'll just give you guys an idea. I can go right now on Amazon, and you can buy one of those little small Bluetooth adapters for your PC, right? I mean, no more than $5. $10 is the most. You can get that and use that to handle your Bluetooth drivers. So Nintendo, you didn't want to add $1, you know, and then you got it all there. Then you just throw the driver out there, but don't enable it. And then all of a sudden you release this update, and now you enable it. Nintendo, great company, you know, when it comes to games, their ideas, development, pieces of shit when it comes to business, in my opinion. Okay? In my opinion. Respectfully. So, let's go to the article. Nintendo finally adds Bluetooth audio to the Switch. That don't make no damn sense. That is your caption. Shout out to Brian Ashcraft. Give you one shotgun for the article, because everybody did them, but I'm going to give you one because I'm reading yours. Shout out to TikTok. TikTok, too. You can catch me on the flip side. YouTube, you know, Facebook, Twitch, all that. You can come watch it. All right? You just there, though. You here. You like right. You in the house. Okay, so when the Nintendo Switch went on sale in March 2017, it did mysteriously not have Bluetooth audio support. Notice mysteriously. Nor was it added despite years of complaining by owners. Now, thanks to Nintendo's latest update, it finally does. The addition comes as part of the latest Switch update and makes it possible to use Bluetooth devices for audio output. Nintendo does point out that there might be some latency, but the feature is long overdue. Via the company's support page, here's how to pair a new audio device. And it gives the instructions on how to pair it. There are a couple things to note first. It's only possible to connect up to 2 wireless controllers to a Switch when using Bluetooth audio. Pairing additional controllers requires you to disconnect any Bluetooth audio devices. It's also only possible to pair 1 Bluetooth audio device at a time. However, up to 10 can be saved on the Switch. Big boo. Big boo. You know what I mean? There's times where I would say, I wonder what the hell goes on in Nintendo's mind. The reason I state that is because if you're stating to be a portable system, especially a family system, with a way a lot of your marketing is presented. It's presented like, hey, I'm going to be playing this game with my family. I might be playing it on the kitchen counter versus a TV. So if you're playing on the kitchen counter, you know, you can say, oh, everybody can hear the sound. Well, maybe there's certain games that could utilize the sound. What if that was the case? What if you had Bluetooth, a driver installed, and it knew what sound to send to which device? Like, I just want so much from technology now, and I think just Nintendo just is not innovating like they used to, okay? But besides that, what's more, it's not possible to use Bluetooth and local communication at the same time. And definitely, y'all got some good things to come. I'm gonna get to that. I want to put y'all out there. I want everybody to see that, okay? So if you're starting a local wireless multiplayer game, then the Bluetooth audio will disconnect. Finally, it's also not possible to use Bluetooth microphones. So I don't even know if the modification for the video I have, if some of this works. Because if it does, Nintendo still didn't follow through 100% like they should. Don't you wonder why this feature wasn't introduced sooner? I mean, it wasn't a hardware limitation holding this feature back, as you say there. Okay? Now there's a bunch of comments. I'm not going to get into the comments, but let me go ahead. The comments from Kotaku, but I want to get into mine. Okay? Chunky, what's going on, man? I'll give you a shotgun shot, Chunky. Coming out. I would have gave you 2. I would have gave you 2, but you just, you know. Nah, I'm playing. I'm going to give you 2. Man. All right. Eric. Don't forget, you must be connected to Nintendo servers to use the Bluetooth audio. So if you are out on the go, it won't work. Yo, I'm going to be honest. Eric, I ain't know that. Eric. I just got hit with that right now. I just got hit with that. So you telling me Bluetooth audio will not work on the go? So pretty much my mod is better. I can't say my mod. I don't want to take responsibility for making it, but the video that I have up is a better alternative. Okay, Sage, what's going on? Sage, man, y'all dropping through. Y'all coming through, man. Y'all coming through. So they are dropping the ball on this, man. I mean, we done. It's nothing else to be said about that. Now, that's just one part of Nintendo Switch news. But yes, there's a new update. The new update came out, introduced Bluetooth audio. This was something that the driver was introduced, I think, in 12 firmware, but just never got enabled or, just wasn't integrated into the software, I guess that is, or the update. And now it's integrated. So now you can pair Bluetooth audio devices. There are some drawbacks. I seen my man Eric say you got to be connected to internet. That is a piece of shit if you got to do that. Like, that's terrible. Okay. Also, if you're playing local wireless play, you can't use it. You can't pair up to more than one audio device. We got a lot of limitations with that. And that $5 piece, okay, even though it connects to your PC, granted, you can have a cheap PC. It's still going to be able to do more than one device. That's kind of crazy. Okay, that's kind of crazy. But that ain't it for the news. Okay, and thank you for that, Joe. And 12.0. Okay, that's right. So that's one thing. The next thing is what's happening to the people in the homebrew community. All my modders, all my people with your modded Nintendo Switch systems. Okay, what's going on with y'all? Well, just recently, my man Joe just ran some updates. And Joe, I'm going to have you call in a moment. One thing I want to do is I want to go over one other thing first, and then I'm going to go ahead and take your call. And Joe, I want you to go ahead and explain where we're at right now, the updates, what's working, what's not working. And I'm going to have you come on here firsthand and just let us know about that. And, usually I take them at the end of it, but I think this is a segment where we'll get you to call in a moment. I'm going to just run through this real quick, and then I'll let you know as soon as I'm done, man. We can have you call in, all right? So this is another big thing. So Nintendo Switch has received its first ever price cut for the console. That's big news. I know what y'all doing. Look, all my friends, everybody right now, you know what they doing? They running to the website. They typing in Nintendo Switch. Bow. And guess what? You don't see nothing. You know why? Because that increase was only offered in one market so far. And we're going to talk about it. The price drop comes before the OLED model launches on October 8th. The Nintendo Switch has received its first price cuts in certain parts of the world, dropping from $330. I think that's, I forget this, man. I think it's British pounds. I think my man Kyle told me British pounds in Europe, and $280 in the UK, down to $270 to $260 respectively. That's a nice drop. That's a $50 drop. You know what I mean? We need to see that, man. $249 for a Switch? That's lovely. Why ain't they doing this here? They just know Americans are spoiled as shit. But while fans hope the same could happen in the U.S., especially with sites like VGC insisting a cut is coming, Nintendo says such a thing is definitely not happening. After rumors began circulating over the weekend that the OG Nintendo Switch model was about to get its price slashed, fans took to the internet to wonder whether this would apply to all parts of the world. At last, it turns out the cut only affects Europe. So, can I just order from Europe and then? Nah, shipping. Damn. You know what I mean? Hey, Amazon, is there like an Amazon Europe where I can do my Prime and get like free or something? But, as spotted by Eurogamer, Nintendo's European store lists the Switch at those updated prices. Other retailers, such as Amazon, have yet to reflect this. Well, there goes my statement. And the company has no plans to adjust the price everywhere the Switch is sold. A Nintendo spokesperson told Eurogamer that a number of reasons, most notably the currency exchange rates in Europe and the imminent launch of the OLED model, factor into the decision to slash the original Switch's price. But when reached for a comment, a Nintendo spokesperson was adamant that the company was not changing the console price in the U.S. He said, hell no! hung up the phone right away. The trade price adjustment is for the European region only. The spokesperson said there are no plans to change the manufacturer's suggested retail price for any Nintendo Switch model in the U.S. And if you ask me, a price drop right now totally makes sense. The Nintendo Switch has been on the market for more than 4 years now, and the OLED model, which features a bigger screen and other minor upgrades, launches on October 8th for $350. Okay, I ain't even gonna go no more into that. We got that part out the way. So I think we will see a cut on the price. I think probably maybe after the OLED releases. I think the day of the release, the price will drop of the Switch because they're going to make all the money they can off us. I ain't going to lie. You know, in the U.S., we impulse buy like crazy. We just do a lot of crazy shit, man. I'm even victim to that. Like seeing something like, oh my gosh, this looks like a wonderful hotel. Let me just do my reservation now. And you do your reservation, then you get there, and it's a hut in the middle of so-and-so, but they did great pictures. You know, that's the type of stuff we do. We don't even, like, follow through. We ain't even researching. We got Google Maps and everything now. They can show you the damn, you know. Some of us to each his own. You know, we all impulse buy, though. So, price cut is coming, in my opinion, okay? Now, my man Joe, whenever you want to, you can call in, Joe, if you are available. I do want to hear specifically about what's going on with the Switch homebrew scene. Do we currently have, you know, I seen the version of Atmosphere did get updated. I did see that. Okay. But do we have the SIG patches going? Do we have all the other softwares? Do we have, what's the other one? Hakate? Is that Hakate? Do we have that going? You know, so I'm going to go ahead. Let's get you on. All right. We good. Joe, are you on?
You there?
Can you hear me? Oh, I know what it is, Joe. I do this every time. You're going to hear me on the podcast, Joe. Just don't mind me. I'm going to be a little delayed, but you're going to hear me catching up very shortly, man. It's one of those things. I've had the Windows update, man, and everything screwed up. You know how that goes, man.
Yeah, that Windows 10 update's horrible.
It is, man. It was a terrible one. So, Joe, how you doing today, first of all?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Doing great. So, Joe, can you fill us in with the latest? And first of all, before you just get to the resolve, can you tell us some more information as far as like when the update started or when it first came out that you noticed, and some things you probably ran into being the admin of one of the big, if not the biggest, Nintendo Switch modding community on Facebook. Shout you out there. Just fill us in on the details.
Yeah, before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Eric Lehman. I think that's how I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. I'm horrible with names. He was testing the my repack before I got home, and I come home and my Switch is dead, so now it's on the dock charging. LOL. The biggest change is that in case you're on a older Atmosphere version, let's say you're on Atmosphere and 0.20.1 and it's not working, update to my latest repack on the NickMoses05 Facebook page. That'll fix all your problems. They try to stop Atmosphere 100%, but it didn't work because they hardware flaw, not a software flawed.
Talk to them. They got them. So when this update first happened, Joe, was there anything?
It happened today.
It happened today. I'm glad you told me that.
Yeah.
So when it happened, go ahead.
Yeah, the Atmosphere update. I'm sorry,
no,
you're breaking up a little bit. The Atmosphere update came out today, about a couple hours ago, and a lot of people messaging me and says that it works fine. Their EmuNow was broken, and this new Atmosphere fixed it. Everything got updated. Signature patches, the Fusey primary got updated. A bunch of stuff got updated. Hikakte is now at 5.6.1. So they try to block out everything, and you can't stop Atmosphere, and you can't stop the signature patch people, and Hikakte. Shout out to those guys.
Mm-hmm. Joe, this is another win. So Joe, now with that out the way, how is everything working for it right now? Is everything like working fine? Are we still having some issues with certain homebrew, or how do we look in that aspect?
For homebrew users that were using homebrew on higher firmware than 11.0.0, if your homebrew apps were broken for certain applications, they're still broken because we're still waiting for the third-party people to update their own homebrew apps. I haven't heard any problems with applications not working. And as what Nick said in the article, and that gentleman said in the article too, it is correct. You have to be connected to the Wi-Fi network to use the Bluetooth, which is totally stupid.
Wow.
So you're better off using the homebrew app for Bluetooth than using the official release, because that's stupid. Your Switch is meant for on the go, not to sit at home, even though you use it at home more than you use it on the go.
That's crazy. I can't even believe that. So now, Joe, one question I have for you, I was going to ask before, for those users who are using, I see one came in, Shredder, shout out to you. He said SXOS is lit. For all my SXOS users, and me myself, I just got my OG fixed. So for those people that are looking to possibly run SXOS and still be able to run Atmosphere, maybe just to try the latest firmware, what would you recommend, or what method would you recommend they do to accomplish that?
To accomplish this, if you basically you have to stay on 11.0.0. I have a video on the NickMoses05 Facebook page. You have to use my repack because it's a combination of the SXOS and of the Atmosphere files. To make a long story short, you have to boot into SXOS. Then from there, you have to go to the album section. From there, you can use the AWUL installer, and you can install the games through AWUL because it has the latest signature patches, and you can play all the newest games, even the non-pre-patched games. For instance, the newest game that just came out was Sonic, I forget what it's called, for the Switch. That works through SXOS because you're actually installing it through it. When you go to install it, it thinks it's installing through Atmosphere, and in theory it's not. It's installing through SXOS. Then from there you can just run it. So basically the SXOS installer is now useless, but you can install it through AWUL, and you can be 100% offline and do all your games through there. That's the best method. My Switch right now is dead. It's charging because I was helping out a user yesterday and I forgot to turn it off. But I'm going to be doing a full video tutorial guide on how to update to 1.10 for Atmosphere users that are on 13.0.0. And I will be doing a full video guide for the SXOS users.
Nice. So, Joe, if I have a Nintendo Switch and I say, hey, I want to upgrade to the latest firmware, I want to be able to use this Bluetooth driver, but I love SXOS. Would I be safe in having two micro SD cards and maybe one with EmuNAND installed and another with MMC? Would I be able to say,
yes.
Okay, all right, good. So that would
basically work. Yeah, you have the requirement is your stock NAND has to be on 11.0.0. Because here's the deal, my stock NAND for SXOS is on 5.1, and I don't want to update it, so that's why I have two switches. So from there, just boot into Atmosphere and create an EmuNAND. Then you can, after you create the EmuNAND, then you can update it via offline through Daybreak, but you need to do a title override first.
Got it.
From there, you go ahead and you update it with the offline updater, and just make a new folder on your Switch, called OFW, 13.0.0.0, whatever you want to call it, and you can update it through there. For instance, like what Nick was saying with having different OS versions on SD cards, I have that too. I have one SD card that's on 11.1. I have one that's on 12. I have one that's on 12.1. You can do that as long as you can only do that on a different SD card through an EmuNAND. And you also need 32 gigabytes of available storage space to create the EmuNAND, so make sure you have enough free space.
Nice. Oh man, you're dropping the jewels today, man.
There's a lot of info and it's hard to remember off the tip of the tongue.
No, you got it down, man, and that's why I wanted you to call in. I want you to kind of go through that with everybody. I see a lot of people with as we always hear, the dog can only update the Switch so much, right? So everybody's talking about, oh, my dog updated my Switch. The cat updated, my little sister updated. Oh, I stepped on it. It wasn't updated. I hit no, but it's still updated. We hear them all. So has that been the same trend for this update? Have people been accidentally updating as well, or has this been one that people are now kind of getting it?
No, they're still stupid as bricks. What happened was they were messaging me when 13.0.0 got updated a few hours later. Hey, I updated this. Is there a repack for this yet? I'm like, no, it broke everything.
Yeah, man, I had to ask, man, because some people,
I always,
and
everybody listening, back up your NAND, back up your system NAND. It takes up 30 gigabytes of space. It takes about an hour to do, but it's worth it. So you could reflash back in case this happens.
Nice.
That's the best way to do it. People don't listen.
Nah, you're right, man. I think a lot of people just like, oh, it takes so long for the NAND, but that time could save you, So definitely, I recommend taking the time. And Joe, I'm glad you called in, man. Of course, I'm gonna take a call at the end. I just want you to get in right now, kind of explain the information to everybody. I'm gonna move on. But Joe, when you call at the end, man, I know you got some other stuff to say. We're gonna go ahead and talk about it when you call back, my dude.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you in a few.
All right, later, man.
Bye.
So my man Joe just dropped some valuable information for everybody. He's gonna call back later. We could talk Switch all day. I do got, the other subjects, but I'm glad he explained that for those who have the modded systems, me included. I want to know, is it, because I'm thinking, hey, you can use multiple SD cards and just have multiple versions. And, Joe also confirmed that. So if you're looking to use Atmosphere, but maybe you're still wanting to hold on to the SXOS, you can. You just have to make your system NAND, okay, which is your official NAND, okay? If you have no mods running, cannot go over 11.0.0. If you do that, you're good to go. Okay? Nah, we appreciate that. So, bam. My man, Joe, you're well informed, man. Well informed. So now we're going to move on to another point I want to make. And this one's going to be kind of fast because, for me, it's just something that I always wondered with me becoming like an old ass man. I'm going to be honest. You see all the hair. You don't see no grays, though. Nah, you might see one. I ain't gonna lie. If you look up close, you'll definitely see it. But we're gonna talk about our forums dying. Can y'all tell me, are forums dying? The reason I gotta ask this, and I'm gonna pull up some more information on it, okay, just to make sure I'm not just. Sometimes I go off the wall with this. Let me pull this back up because I might be doubling up on voices. I don't know. But I'm tripping because last time I checked, for us modders, us homebrew folks, us folks going out there for the info, forums is where it's at. That's where you go. People post something, you can come back, you can take a look later. Pow, that's how you go. Yes, man. Eric, appreciate you too, man. We're gonna give you a shotgun. You know what? I'm gonna give you. I'm feeling good today. So, the reason I want to know are forums dying is because it seems like to me that more and more websites are moving over to Discord. Now, there is an article about this as well, but before I jump into the article, I just want to ask everybody now, are forums dying to Discord? Are they dying to Discord? It seems like each have their pros and cons, but they're not the same in my opinion. And it seems like a lot of places are, forums are dwindling down. The numbers of forum users are dwindling down. And there's more and more users getting on Discord. If you guys do not know, the NickMoses05 Discord, you can go into. We got a lot of different things going on there. My man Kyle is definitely he representing that, okay? And besides that, Kyle is also going to be setting things up for the video game debate show, which we will be doing through Discord. I tested with my man Kyle, okay? And we got everything ready. I want to do our first episode Tuesday of this week. That's what I'm aiming for. Now, the first episode will not be live. We will be doing the first episode offline. Everything goes well, we'll immediately start doing the episodes live. We'll take people in. If people got questions, we could talk about it. We'll debate it, right? But I feel like forums are dying, and with popular forums like GBA Temp, which is a popular one for Nintendo Switch modding, that's pretty much the main one I go to. But NeoGAF, I want to say, is another one that's a popular forum that people talk about, all types of things every day, not even gaming related all the time. But everyone's moving over to Discord. It's like they're taking down the forums and saying, hey, it's a lot more responsive. People are there talking in real time and such. And I feel like we're gonna really hurt ourselves. I think we're really gonna hurt ourselves. That's just my opinion. I think we're gonna look back on everyone moving to Discord and we're gonna be so upset with ourselves. We're gonna be like, damn, why? Why did I do that? I just have a feeling. So let's go ahead and get to the article. Please stop closing forums and moving people to Discord. A few days ago, Eurogamer closed their forums. Eurogamer, you guys know Eurogamer, very, very popular. A lot of articles I read are for Eurogamer as well. I stayed away from Eurogamer today, okay? But usually I go to Eurogamer because they got some great articles, great pieces that you don't find everywhere as well. So I suggest everybody check out Eurogamer as well, okay? But a few days ago, Eurogamer closed their forums, bringing to an end over 20 years of community discussion. The site explained the move like sites and companies always do, and only a few still using them. And it made sense the way it always does. That's a lot of money for not much gain. But that doesn't mean the process itself isn't something that sucks. The forums were closed on September 10th, with Eurogamer's decision explained as this. I am so sorry to say that we are going to turn off access to the forum piece of shit on the 10th of September 2021. The forum has been a long-standing part of Eurogamer, and its peak welcomed thousands of active users each day, and today it's at rock bottom. Sadly, these times change, and the way people communicate has always changed. Traditional forums are no longer a popular place for the young kids, only for the old assholes to talk, and have been replaced in popularity with more modern community platforms like Discord, Twitter, and Twitch, which young kids understand. Due to this, our forum community has declined over the years to the point where there are only a handful of people left actively using the forum. Damn, only a couple people actively? I think that's an understatement, okay. This makes it difficult for us to spend resources keeping the forum running. You will have noticed how little attention the forum has had in terms of updates and changes over the past few years, which is a direct result of them not being used much, okay? Readers are then urged to move to the site's Discord because, of course, they would be. Now, I don't want to pick on Eurogamer here, Kotaku. Yes, they are. But as like I said up top, in every individual case, companies and sites have the reasons for doing this. The most frequently cited are the fact that forums need to be maintained and that people's conversational habits have changed with forum use dwindling. Okay. Now, I want to ask you guys, for all my people out there, Discord or forums, what do you think? Because to me, myself, I'm going to be honest on this. Kotaku, right? I'm there looking at the articles, right? We're reading through this. I have never even seen if they had a forum. I've never looked. Never cared. And maybe many people feel like me on that. But I will say certain forums like GBA Temp. I don't really go to GBA Temp for the articles. I go only for the forum. So there's differences here. And I guess it depends on the way you're pushing users on your website. And Eurogamer has so many great articles. I can understand why people could just come to the article and leave a comment. They don't have to go to the forum. You know what I mean? And the same thing with Kotaku. But when you get forums that are specifically for like modding needs, I feel like there's a lot still left to be desired when you move over to Discord. That's just me. Okay? I think you're probably going to be missing out on a lot of information. Just think, Discord is real time. Okay? That's real time, and people are typing right there. What if you're not there at that time and you come back and ask a question? What do people say all the time? That's been answered. Why don't you use the search function? We don't care. Okay? We don't want to use the search function. Because in a forum, I felt like the search function was very easy to use, and I didn't have to worry about things being in real time. If I want to see something in real time, I just look for who commented latest on the latest post. And I can see less than a minute ago or a minute ago, oh, he must be active on the forum. Look, he is. It's not difficult. Okay? Now, my man Luke Plunkett kind of went off in this article. All right? But I simply do not care because A, I don't work for these damn companies, and B, I'm more interested in looking at long-term damage this is doing to the internet. Forums and Discords are apples and oranges. Users aren't being moved from one similar thing to another. They're being shifted to platforms with fundamentally different ways of approaching discussions. Discord is great for talking in a moment. It's a place for real-time conversations. There you go. There you go. Real-time. For real-time conversations, or at least those a few hours old if they're not too busy. But a fancy way to manage multiple chat rooms and voice comms if that's what you want. And millions of people around the world apparently want this shit too. But forums aren't the same. They're nothing like it. Forums are more deliberate, considered, and while they're far from perfect, I'm sure you can post a billion examples of people being neither deliberate nor considered on forums. The point is that they're more permanent. Yo, one thing I will say, and I will agree with before even reading on, I agree. I agree that forums are more permanent. For those who are in the modding community, if you have an Xbox 360 and maybe you got a cool runner mod chip, you go look up a tutorial for that. It's either going to be two things you're looking for. A direct video, which you're probably going to YouTube, right? Or you're looking for a tutorial. You're looking for a lot of those tutorials in forums. And let's go a step further. Troubleshooting. Troubleshooting has already been done. There's been so much troubleshooting, so much information out there. Imagine if all that was in a Discord server and you had to use the search function to go through it. See what I mean? We're talking a different ball game. When forums, a lot of times you're going through these Google search results and the forum list, the forum post is right there. You can click on it and you're right there. You're right there to what you need. You can even cipher through the websites on which one is probably a more popular forum. So I do agree with the more permanent record. I think the permanent record stands the testament of time. But their complaint is the forum usage. It does take money to maintain. I respect that. Excuse me. I respect that because when you're paying money and you're not getting back the reward, that's a problem. It's a big problem. So let's get back. Okay. Woo. That hit me hard. I got to get a drink. That's what it is. I ain't drinking fast enough. Oh, there we go. Okay. Forums create a record and archive we can search through. So whenever that happens, we want to revisit issues or find help with the problem or see what was happening during a certain time, we can do that. There's a paper trail. And while sometimes that leads to embarrassing takes on TV shows, game reveals, and stuff that have nothing completely to do with shit that we ever, really supposed to be talking about, but Discord simply can't provide that. It's a river running in real time. And while it does have search functions, the way the whole app is structured means you're simply never going to get the same levels of detailed discussion or archived information as we can get from forums. If places want to open a Discord and run that as something else, then cool. But using it as a replacement for forums is a disaster. While every company is closing forums and moving people to Discord in 2021 might have their reasons, if this is a trend or if this trend keeps up, we're going to look around in 2026, not be able to find a whole ton of cool or interesting stuff or tutorials that we just spoke about and discover to our horror that somehow the internet had gotten even worse. Gotta drop my bomb, my man. Luke Plunkett on one. You on one, sir. You're on one, sir. Okay? He definitely laid that down the best way he can. So, forums are dying before our eyes. We are watching forums die. They're going away. Popular forums are now going away, which means they're taking down everything. They don't need to maintain it. They don't have to clean up anything. They don't need, the admins or moderators there anymore. They can have them all focused on Discord, which might be easier to manage, especially with some of the bots and things that you have available. No, I agree. I agree on the maintenance side of things. But when it comes to the information, I'm sorry, a forum will have that information. It will be detailed. You can ask somebody a question one time and they give you a full detailed answer. Ask them the second time. That answer gets shorter, so on, so on, so on, and so on. Yes, you can use the search function, but this same guy has answered the same questions multiple times. You might not get the same as that first one. So, to each his own. That's just my opinion. But there you have it. Forums are dying. Okay? So let's move on. I got some good... Oh, man. YouTube Duo gets 100K in games. I can't even believe When I read this one, I was so jealous. I was so jealous, man. Yes, and I'm a YouTuber. You know what I mean? I'm a YouTuber. Why can't I stumble on this? Stumble on 100,000 worth of games, man. Do you know what I could do with that? Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. But we're going to go ahead and talk about it. So let's get a picture for it. I got to do this right way. Y'all know how to. Okay, there we go. Look at him. Look at that man right there. Okay, Extreme Hoarders. So, $100,000 video game collection. This was found in a hoarder's house. Yo, can't make this stuff up, man. Now, for those who do not know, I first want to go ahead and pull them up and then go ahead and give them some props. Okay. Whoa, the video came. We ain't playing the video. Okay. We don't want to play the video. I don't want to get flagged. I don't want to get flagged today. Okay. I'm still being a good boy. But let's go ahead. Look at that, man. It's playing it again. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Let's pull them up here because I'm giving them respect, right? Cheat Finds Gold Mine YouTube channel. Shout out to you guys. Big kudos. The video's been out for a while, but I just seen the article on it. It actually just was posted. I guess somebody found this and figured, it's great to review. So, shout out to Cheap Finds Gold Mines. If you guys like to see where they go and find these, all these different things that, are gold mines when it comes to games, you can check out their videos. I did see part of this one, and real interesting, man. Nice video. I hope these guys keep doing their thing. But yes, $100,000 in games. Now, let's go ahead and go to the article. All right. So, like a real life Tomb Raider, and just so you see, that's just a little picture of how dirty this was. Like a real life Tomb Raider runs sans picture vista from an ancient civilization, a pair of YouTube game hunters found themselves in an extremely messy room that had been locked closed for 20 years, but amid the filth, they found a treasure trove of sealed video games, including mainstream hits like The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, cult classics like Drakengard, I think, for PS2, and just plain weird stuff like a limited edition Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller. Oh my goodness. Amy and Corbin, who prefer not to share their last names, are the full-time reselling duo behind the YouTube channel Cheap Find Gold Mines, and usually make their finds through Goodwills and yard sales. But after a viewer tipped them off about a house that was kind of nasty, and the pair found themselves scouring a very gross environment like Uncharted's Nathan Drake, and finding all sorts of video game collectibles and Blockbuster branded VHS tapes, they made 3 videos about the experience so far. Now, I'm going to say this first, y'all, and I might be hating. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. That's just me. I call bullshit. I'm sorry. It might be real. It might be official. So to Amy and Corbin, my bad. I will let y'all know too, because I'm going to come on your video and comment and let you know I did a segment of this on my podcast. So you can go ahead and watch it too, okay? Because I don't never want to act like I'm dodging some smoke or I'm scared to say something. No, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how it is. I actually watched part of the thing. It's actually good videos, man. Y'all, I still recommend people subscribe and watch the videos. But the reason I call bullshit, that first paragraph I just read through. Now, I didn't read through this beforehand. I did see the video. I watched the video. Just part of it. That's why, and I actually fast forwarded through the video. So I didn't get to see it in its entirety. So if anything I'm stating is wrong, okay. But it says in here they typically would find things in, what does it say? Goodwills and yard sales. To me, this is just my mind. If you're finding like gold mines of games in Goodwills and yard sales, how do you magically get tipped off about a house that's a hoarder house, but it just so happens to be the house that has over $100,000 of games? I'm not believing that. I'm sorry. If anything, I'm thinking you guys placed a lot of these around. That's just my opinion. Hoarders do hoard, okay? Which means a lot of things they do not use. They buy things all the time, brand new, do not use it. I understand that side of it. So on that side, that's why the story can be very realistic on the surface. But to me, I wonder, there has to be multiple coincidences going on here. You got to make sure the source is a legitimate source, which means who is the source? You couldn't announce the source. They didn't say, oh, we got tipped off from so-and-so, da-da-da, or this person, and they told us, and then, put them, okay, now we could probably fact check that. So we got probably an illegitimate source. Then we got a house that just happens to be in your area. Okay, another coinky dink, a hoarder house in your area. Okay, then right after that, you find over $100,000 of video games, all unsealed, in there. That's just me, to each his own. But let's go ahead and get back to it. Okay. Now, even though I read that, I want to pick back up. Okay. Their second video embedded above is not for the faint of heart. The house, for all intents and purposes, has no walkable space, and any trace of it, it's littered with ceiling debris and cardboard boxes, warped by time and infested with cockroaches. The pair are not pickers by trade and admit they were ill prepared for the search when they arrived at the house. Sans gloves and wearing shorts and casual shoes. Right there, y'all. That's another. See, I'm telling y'all, man, this fake. I'm gonna say it's fake. This me. I'm gonna definitely say fake. Y'all, you were coming to a hoarder house. You telling me you're YouTubers. You do this all the time. You're coming to a hoarder house. We've all seen episodes of Hoarders. We all seen them. Don't they always come in? Ain't you gonna bring some type of gloves? This man ain't got no gloves on in this little clip I see. He ain't got no gloves. We know things deteriorate, which means if things are sealed, they still can hold up, but that doesn't mean that they're covered by debris and dirt and things that can eat away at that plastic. These games look brand new, unsealed. I'm calling BS. I'm sorry. Okay? Look at this. I want to show y'all something. Look at this box they open up. Those games. Look at... Hold up. Can I pause that? Look how he slides the dirt off of it. It's no way it's just sliding off without a stain on it. Yo, this is so fake. This is so... Why am I covering this shit? Yo, I'm so disappointed in myself. Like, you know what? We're going to do one. I ain't going to play the video, but we gonna go back to this. Because, I was watching it. And, like I said, I was fast forwarding through it. So let's just look at a couple clips. We're going to mute it. I'm also going to do this. So that way, we can kind of see the video. How you going to wear it? That's fake. That's so fake. You're not wearing that. You're not wearing that. Coming into a hoarder's house. You're not. Okay, let's go through some more. Now, see, he came fully dressed. My man got the whole shebang on. That's the hoarder shebang. That's what you're supposed to wear. This man got some shorts. And I believe they probably just got somebody to come help him or something. Now, look, hold up. Let's see. All right, they got a little dust on it. It looked like... Nah, brother. I ain't believing that, man. The whole thing just came up so easy with dirt. It wasn't stuck to it. Usually you'll be scrubbing dirt off those things. Literally. So that's the Resident Evil. And look, a little piece of plastic. This is, man, you know what? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. We just gonna go ahead. And I'm gonna move on, man. I don't think I can take much more of this. To me, it's fake. Okay, I'm just gonna say it like this. I'm not even gonna give them any more than that. Okay, to me, it's 100% fake. The realism in those situations is, I can tell you from watching the episode of Hoarders, there's people who's throwing up coming in there. Okay, and they're not just hoarding games. They're hoarding, like, you're finding fucking turkeys inside the same box as a game. So which means deterioration is going to happen, mold happens, all types of things happen. These games are all in this prestige, the conditions just excellent. I'm not buying this story. I'm just not buying it, man. So anyways, shout out Amy and Corby. Y'all can go check out the thing, but I don't believe it. Okay, we just gonna move on. I gave them enough time. I don't believe it. So next one, we're going to talk about one thing that I love, y'all. Y'all know I love this. This is my favorite segment ever. Console Wars! agree. Those games are too clean. I ain't believing this. But let's get to it. Y'all know I should make this a weekly thing. Like I'm just my fanboy jollies just go off. Okay, when I start talking about console wars. Now, usually, I think last week I did a big console war as I went to the lows of fanboys, okay, which Xbox and PlayStation. We went to some lows, okay. We were complaining about things that don't matter to nearly anybody, okay, to be honest. But this was a little bit different, man. I got to talk to y'all. I want to know. I want to know from people about this. And this is a serious question. I'm going to repeat it multiple times throughout the as we talk about it. But I want to know, which system was more innovative to the culture of gaming? The PlayStation 1 or the Nintendo 64? Now, this is deep. This is deep. And the reason why this is such a big deal is because, in my mind, the Nintendo 64 was graphically impressive at the time it was released. And the design of the controller, the being able to have the cartridge work, just, man, it was tough, dude. The cartridge was tough. You could save your games on there. It was just, Nintendo 64 was definitely one of those ones. Ben K, what's going on? Give me a couple shots. And Joe, we got a 64 from Joe. So there's a couple things I want to state. Now I'm gonna go pros on both. I'm going to go 1-to-1. I'm going to keep going back and forth, back and forth. The first thing I'm going to say why Nintendo 64 was so revolutionary. And these two systems, by the way, before I even dive into it, are the most influential than any other systems in the whole console iteration since it started way back in, whatever. If you want to say 54s and the 50s and computers and things like that, that's one thing. But I will say, for me, I think it's so tough to call, you really can't even say it. But I'm going to give the pros of each. And I say I like that. Van Star, we got a Von Star, we got a 50-50. Andrea, what's going on? N64. So we got some N64s. We got some N64s. It seems like y'all N64 lovers, I feel you. You know what? That's why I said it was tough. But we're going to go pros of each. And if you guys think of some pros or something where it revolutionized, let me know. But this is one for me. Nintendo 64 introduced the analog stick. Woo! I don't think we got to say much more. Is there a system before then that introduced, with the controllers and everything, with the buttons right there and an analog stick there? If I recall, I don't remember the PlayStation having that. Okay, I don't remember the PlayStation having that. I might be wrong. Okay, Chunky, PS1, because the first system yo, Chunky, I'm right there with you. It was the first one I modded, man. I had a tear in my eye, man. I bought a golden finger that just plugged into the back of it that showed everything. So, but I still modded it, though. Okay? Loved it, too. But, analog sticks. I think the original PlayStation controller did not have the analog sticks. I think the dual analog sticks came later. Okay? And correct me if I'm wrong on that. That's just my thought trying to remember. That's a long time ago. Okay? I was back, what? We talking 90s? Okay? But I do remember it not having analog sticks. So today, we still use analog sticks to this day. He said Dreamcast had an analog stick. Now, when was Dreamcast released? I believe Dreamcast was released around the PS2 era. And I'm going to just check that, okay? Because I believe it was around the PS2 era when Dreamcast released. Okay, Dreamcast released in 98. PS1 released before all those. So PS1 released in 94. Okay, day one, no analog stick. I'm glad you corrected me that. PS1 released on 94. It was December 3rd of 1994. And Nintendo 64's release date was 96, June 23rd. So it came 2 years after. The original PlayStation did not have analog sticks. Nintendo was the first one to introduce the analog stick. So I got to give one to Nintendo for that. We still use analog sticks today on every controller. There has not been a controller designed for any consoles that do not include these analog sticks. So Nintendo Literally got that. Oh, I see the invite. Okay, I got you. See, I get invites on TikTok. My bad, I forgot you was there. But I think that analog sticks was probably one of the most influential things that have happened to gaming. That's why I say these two systems, hands down, are single-handedly the most influential systems of the entire video game console generations. It is. Analog sticks we still use today ever since 1996. So, Nintendo, I'm going to give you that. Sony. Now I got to go to Sony. CDs. Now, of course, we have moved on, guys. Okay, we have moved on. Okay, we're now into, we got to DVDs, HD DVDs, Blu-rays, and so, we moved on. But Sony was the first one to utilize CD storage, which was wonderful. Load time's a little weird. Okay, you're changing the Shang Tsung mid-fight, round one, fight. You go, yeah. That was kind of crazy. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. So the load times was a little different, but it introduced CDs for many systems to come, including Nintendo, who wind up moving on to, I believe, GameCube, where they had the small one. But, oh, damn, you know what, Andrea? But, Andrea, I don't think, damn it, Turbo CD, you know what, we're gonna, Andrea brought up a good one. PC Engine Turbo CD was the first. Okay, Engine, let's see, Turbo CD, right? So I want to put release date on that. Let's see when that came out. Damn. So that says the Turbo Graphics, though. I want to know specifically the Turbo CD. It doesn't say the Turbo CD here. Can we get some release dates on that? Because I do know Turbo Graphics 16 was released in 89, but that was just the system, the Turbo CD. But you might be right on that, Andrea. Quote me if I'm wrong. But I'm giving it to Sony. I'm giving it to PlayStation. That's who we remember. Okay, if you ask 10 people, Family Feud style, name the first system that you played that has CDs. Andrea, you and I both know. Okay, and then, I could say Sega CD. Okay, and go on to some others. But Andrea, you may be right on that. But we know who gets the credit for it. Sony. Showing me up. Sega CD too. That's why I had to throw that out there too. But then wasn't no real CD. Come on, none of those brought it like PlayStation 1. Let's be honest there. Let's talk about that. None of them brought it like PlayStation 1. PlayStation 1 had the best games. None of those systems had games like Sony. Let's talk about that. Did Nintendo 64 have more games than Sony? I want to say no. And I know some of you Nintendo 64 people might say I'm going crazy right now, but I think Sony, just the mass amount of games they had so many titles. It was crazy. Nintendo had great classics, but there just wasn't in abundance. And you can't tell me, games like, Conker's Big Fur Day. That, we can't talk about that, okay? It was so crazy. PS1 library was crazy. Let's see what else we get. Game Day 98. Yo, Game Day 98. Do you guys remember those old games, man? You remember the NCAAs back then? Oh, my goodness. The college game. Y'all don't remember, man. My man, Game Day 98. He's not lying, man. He's not lying. I got to drop a bomb for you. Okay. So, now with that being said, I'm going to give CDs to Sony because I think Sony's lineup was the best. I do think Sony handled the CD-ROM. It handled CD-ROMs better than any of the other systems. Okay? Even that came before, if you want to say. But to me, okay, in my mind, Sony was one of the first. Let's say that. It was one of the first to really take CDs to the next level. I don't know the space that was on CDs back then, if it was still 700 megabytes or not. But Sony was actually, they were utilizing a lot of it. So I'll give Sony CDs. I'll give Nintendo analog sticks. Next one, Nintendo. So this is a deep one. You got to go through a lot of different things to think about what did these really carry on for a long time. Okay. And Andrea, correct. That's what I'm talking about. Andrea, bring the smoke. You think CDs were a huge detriment in those days? To each its own. To each its own. Okay. I feel like CDs were nice, okay? And I'm gonna tell you, a benefit of my CD I had when I was playing Ridge Racer, okay, and I was riding through Ridge Racer, I accidentally tripped over, my system fell, and my disc flew out. But guess what didn't stop? My Ridge Racer race. It was still going. And then guess what I did? I was like, wow, you can finish the race? So I put the game back in. It was spinning. I finished the race. And guess what happened? Nothing. Nothing happened. I was able to continue. So to each his own. One man's garbage is another man's treasure. Okay, I love that. Then what I found out is I can put music CDs in, and now I can rock to my music. So it happens. To each his own. To each his own. Okay? But another one I'm going to throw for Nintendo. Okay? I'm going to throw for Nintendo. Rumble packs. I got to throw that out for Nintendo. Nintendo, we still have our controllers to this day. Our controllers are still vibrating. We still like that force feedback. We like to know when we shoot a gun and it vibrates. We love that feeling. I don't want to say, now correct me if I'm wrong, is there any other system that did that? I want to say Nintendo 64 actually innovated that. And this shows you how innovative Nintendo has been in previous years. They've been very innovative. Always just one step ahead of the curve. The Rumble Pack was amazing. I remember playing Star Fox 64 and having that Rumble Pack shake when certain planes would come by or different things, and you got that feeling. You really did. That was the first time I realized that games could make your controller shake, and you could realize either what part you're on or what you're feeling and things like that. We still have controllers vibrating to this day. I want to say Nintendo single-handedly brought that feature, and it has continued on every system from then on. Again, another reason why I say these systems, now somebody might say, hey, Nick, it's only 64. But to me, these systems have set the standards, okay? So I should have took notes here, okay? I didn't take no notes. I just kind of wrote down some things I was thinking in my head, but damn, I didn't get any notes, okay? So another one I want to say for Sony. Sony, and this could have been other ones as well. I've heard some people say, hey, Sega CD and other systems as well. But to me, Sony really took the movie cinematic approach to a new level. I've seen people use cutscenes of videos and different things, but Sony literally was making full-out movies, okay? Like you would play a game and there was enough content to watch for hours at a time. I mean, for real. There were some games that had 2 hours worth of content to watch. And these video files, if you actually looked on the disc and seen the breakdown of these discs, they actually do hold quite a bit of memory just for the videos. And they sometimes had to be compressed to fit on the disc. But videos was something that you seen, but not like you did with Sony. I think still to this day, that cinematic approach was fed by Sony. I want to say Sony single-handedly made people say, hey, think about Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 1, I remember that beginning scene to this day. When that plane was first crashing, and they got out, and they're running, and the dogs were chasing them. And they ran to this random mansion that they go into, and that's the start of your video game. Like, Sony really did a great job of taking cinematic approaches to video games and really enhancing it. Nintendo 64 had great stories, but I think just the cinematic approach was wonderful. Final Fantasy VII, great mention. I see that. 3DO, yo, Andrea, you better have your ass on video game debates. That's all I want to know. You better have your ass there. Okay? 3DO was okay, but I don't want to say it's still handled like PlayStation. I don't want to say the cinematic approach was. 3DO actually failed. Okay, let's be honest. It failed. Okay, it wasn't like the Philips CDI. That was terrible. Okay, that Zelda game that they had for that was the worst Zelda game ever made. So it wasn't that bad, but 3DO did fail. Okay, Sony triumphed, which means this is the games that we remember. We're talking about these stories to this day. Okay, Andrew, give me a game. Give me a game on 3DO that had a great story. I need to hear it. Tell me one. Cliff, what's going on, my guy? I'm going to give you a couple shotgun shots. Okay, Sega Saturn. What was Sega Saturn's release date? Okay, let's go ahead, because I don't want to leave Sega Saturn out, but Sega Saturn is always the joke. Let's be honest. In the States here, we treated it like shit. Okay, we did. Okay, Sega Saturn was released in 94. Okay, so it was released around the time of, and it was released in November. So actually a little bit after PlayStation. Sega Saturn was a great system too. I don't want to let it go underrated. I think Sega Saturn, you know, being able to bring games like Virtua Fighter, Daytona USA, and a lot of these games you played in the arcade to a system and still gave you the arcade feel was the best thing I think Sega did. Like, you played Fighting Vipers, you felt like you were playing in the arcade. You played Virtua Fighter, you feel like you were playing in the arcade. So, you know, different things like that. It's great. Yeah, that game was hilarious too. Yo, Andrea, I swear you better be up here for video game debates, okay? But you know, that's another feature for me. I feel like where Sony kind of takes a little, you know, precedent. I think the stories was something that they did. Okay, now let me. Yo, I gotta go back, man. I want to go back to Nintendo. So Nintendo, another one for Nintendo that has set the tone for today is their 3D graphics and the free roam. Nintendo 64. I don't think a lot of people remember. Okay, I don't think. And Joe, yes, definitely, yes, Sega fanboy. I'm kind of with you on that. I'm a little fanboy, Sega. But I noticed with the 3D graphics of Nintendo 64, that was kind of like a selling point for me as a kid being raised. Like, I remember being at Toys R Us, and for all my young bucks, y'all might not know what Toys R Us is, okay? But it was the Walmart of toys. There you go. That's the best way to say it. And when I say Walmart of toys, I mean literally. There were Toys R Us stores that were bigger than Walmart's, filled with toys. Just toys, bikes, all types of games, different puzzles, things. Toys R Us was a go-to. They eventually did become bankrupt. You know, they didn't kind of follow suit with the times. A lot of other businesses were opening up. The retail market is very critical, okay? But Mario 64 is the... Yo, Sage, you said it best, man. I'll give you 3 shotguns for that. KB Toys. Yo, KB Toys, talk to me nice. He's another one. That's another one, too, that's actually not in business no more. But Mario 64, when it came out, I remember playing that for the first time. And literally, I walked up to it, and the demo was actually inside of the castle already. And, you know, people, it starts off while you're outside the castle, but when you're playing, people usually walk in the castle, they play, and then they walk off, you know. So that's kind of what it was. I got there, and I didn't know what to do. So I actually walked up to the painting, and I jumped in it. I was like, oh, sweet. So I'm thinking like, okay, this is all right. When I got into that world and how far back you can see into the world, you can run back there, you can run up there. It was actually one of the first games that I recall I played where I was looking into places that I could travel. So, and I do think Mario 64 was the blueprint for a lot of other games to come. I think a lot of people stole that concept and is running with it even still to this day. That Mario 64 is a classic in itself, and we see how much it sold for. Okay, I think it was like 1.5 million or something like that it sold for. That's how big this game was. It was huge, man. It was huge. So 3D abilities I would give to Nintendo 64. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on. Okay, Sony. Now, I want to see if I can find something for Sony. I'm looking through. I'm trying, you know, because I know I had a bunch of stuff in my head. But, okay, I got one. Bam. This is one for Sony that some people are going to agree. And some people might disagree because they don't think it's worth it. But I think this is a big one for Sony. And is not really holding up to today. But kind of is. Memory cards! Now, a lot of people don't remember this if they have not had a PlayStation 1 or a PlayStation 2. But there was a big thing with memory cards. And memory cards were great, not because it was a card that held your games. Like, that's, you know, Nintendo 64, you can just save the game right on the cartridge. Limited space, though, remind you. Very limited space. Did not have as much space as the memory cards for the PlayStation. But what I will say is these memory cards allowed the ability for you to take your saves on the go. That was the biggest thing. So let's say you're bragging to somebody, hey, man, I unlocked all the characters in Tekken. That was a big thing. Like, Tekken, people don't remember. Tekken unlocking those characters, and they were like copies of the other character. You had like Kunamitsu and Yoshimitsu, and you had different ones. Memory cards was something you had to deal with. Like if you didn't have a memory card, you were done. You were done. It's like, hey, you can't even play the PlayStation without a memory card. Like, you're just going to be mad every time. But you could take your PlayStation memory card over to your friend's house, and guess what you could do? You could say, bam, I got everything unlocked. They like, you do? They put it in, and you guys could literally play with every character when maybe your buddy couldn't even beat the game. And you know what he would do? He would slick make a copy. Copy. He'd drag it over to his memory card. You see what I mean? It wasn't, hey, them copies used to go on a lot back then. Okay? Now, let me go to the chat. Let's Cliff. Yes, you see it, the memory cards. Yes, I got plenty of memory cards too for PS1 and 2. Nintendo 64 didn't. Nintendo 64 memory packs that went in where the Rumble pack went. Yes, they did. Andrea, you are correct. I believe that came after Sony though, and that's because they were trying to capitalize on what Sony was doing with memory cards. They actually they seen like, oh damn, Sony's got this great idea of taking memory cards on the go. And they became out with memory cards after. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe Nintendo 64 did. It was just after Sony had did it. So which makes them copiers. Haha. But, Nintendo 64 teaches them. Until little brother deletes the file. Oh man. Corruption. I'm not going to lie. That was probably the biggest problem with the memory card is if you experience corruption. Having a save get corrupted is like deleting your game and never being able to play it again. Because a lot of times, if you're playing Final Fantasy VII, this is 3 disc. Imagine having your Final Fantasy VII save deleted. You know what I did? Because I did have it deleted one time. I actually made sure to save that. And I copied it and put it on another memory card. So just in case something happened. And you save multiple ones. You don't save the same one just in case. All right. And then, like you said, I can go on all day. Okay. But Sony memory cards. Now, what you would say, what does that have to do with today, Nick? Because today, we're all using hard drives, but, some of us are using external drives. Sony was one of the ones to tap in that first. They tapped into that with the memory card, okay? Dreamcast later had memory cards that went into the controller. You guys remember that, okay? Memory cards were something you had to deal with. Sony gets the props for that. So, between these two systems, I'm going to tell you guys today that these two systems are the most influential systems to our current gaming generation because we still use rumble packs and analog sticks. And by the way, hold up. I didn't give Sony one that Nintendo don't get. Nintendo 64 does not have this one. And I can't even believe I did not even think of this. Dual analog sticks. Gave myself so many shotguns. Do you guys know dual analog sticks is something that we're still using today? Sony did that with the PlayStation 1 when they introduced dual analog sticks. Do you guys remember playing games with dual analog sticks? Oh, it made Nintendo 64 games move like crap. Okay, you started playing GoldenEye after using dual analog sticks and realized how shitty you were moving the entire time. Talk to me now. Laser active guys. Sony launched with a controller with no analog stick. And we did. I'm glad you tuned in. We did mention that they first came out with no analog stick. Nintendo 64 did have an analog stick first. We gave them props for that. That iteration we're still using today. But Sony was the first one to introduce dual analog sticks, which is 2 of them on the left and the right. That was introduced on PlayStation 1, okay? 64, I had Majora's Mask, and I bought a third-party memory RAM expansion pack. I was never able to get anywhere because the genetic pack caused the game to crash instantly. Yo, I'm glad you told me that because I seen those, and I was like, I'm not buying these damn expansion packs. VMU, what they talking about? Dreamcast VMU, those memory cards were classic. You could play Madden with your homie sitting right by you, and guess what? You can pick your plays on the memory card. They can't even see what play you're picking. Revolutionary, still to this day, if you're playing Madden with somebody else, if you're playing online, you just don't. But if you're playing co-op, you now have to do things like, well, you got to hold the A button and release it on another play to trick them and stuff like that. But back then, you had it right on your memory card. Imagine if they did that today, where you can just look down and say, hey, bam, I picked my play. They can't see. Revolutionary. So I got to give Dreamcast some props too. Okay, I got to give Dreamcast some props. But no, so I think we can pretty much say everybody has gone with Nintendo 64 on this for the most part. But we do got some people who realize how Sony has played an important part as well. And we still have Nintendo and Sony still hanging around to this day. It's not like Sega, with Sega Saturn. We're not seeing Sega consoles being made today. We're not. The Sega license is still making a lot of money. Don't get it twisted. Sega's making a lot of money off merch alone. Merch alone. Because believe it or not, those first-party titles that they have, they're rock solid. You know what I mean? I can't even say. They're rock solid, and now they can sell it out to everybody. Hey, you want Sonic on this? You want Tails on that? Here you go. You know what I mean? So Nintendo 64 definitely introduced the Rumble Pack, though. That, to me, was like the biggest one. Analog sticks, I can say dual analog sticks, yeah, because we use it to this day. But Rumble Pack immerses you in the game. And now when you play games to this day and your controller vibrating, you know some action is happening. You just know some action is happening. Okay. Finally got to finish on the 3DS. It was the main reason I upgraded to the N3DS XL from the old one. Shout out to you.
Can you dig it, nigga, sucker?
I had to give you a Booker T. Can you dig it? Okay. Cliff, I have a Seagate PlayStation 4 external hard drive connected with my Xbox One for more memory. See, we all connected. That's what I'm saying. That memory card, I think, was like the first time people was like, yo, I can take this out. I can bring it over to another system and plug it in. You know what I mean? That's just, I don't know what it is. And I believe for Nintendo 64, the game saves were saved on the cartridge. So you would have to take your cartridge over to someone and then play it from the cartridge. But no, that defeats the whole purpose, man. You can keep everything where it is. You just keep this little memory card, slide it in there, bap, bap, boom, done. Okay? So, and Sega will never make a new system. I'm with you on that. Sega will never make a new system. It's a wrap. They're not making a new system. Okay? So, 2 more, and I'm going to take calls. And I'm still, the Sega CD had an internal memory run on battery. Can't take it anyway. Damn. I didn't know that. Okay. And see, we talked about Sega CD too as well. But Sega CD is a classic. One of the games, if I recall from Sega CD, that was one of my favorite titles was I'm about to say Sega CD, Sewer Shark. I remember my brother playing Sewer Shark. He was a bit older, so he was able to navigate it better than I was. And I was like, damn, this game is nice. It was such a big thing, but Sega Genesis was already at the end of its lifespan. You had the Sega Genesis, and you had Sega 32X. And then you also had, it was just, I wasn't feeling all that. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't feeling it. So now let's go ahead. We're going to move on. I still got, I got to take calls. I got to take calls definitely. But I want to go through some of these first. I'm going to be real quick on these two because these two I'm really, not giving too much of a shits about. I noticed I said Blizzard is still trying. I ain't put Activision. I'm not going to diss Activision like that. Okay. My love for Activision is expansive. Okay. Expansive. My love for Activision. But we're going to first talk about Activision Blizzard and a couple things with them. Hold up. Let me get my screenshots right. Can I flip back? Can I see if I'm good? Okay, there we go. Y'all see that? Activision Blizzard. Oh, Road Avenger and Night Trap. Hold up. I got it. Those are 2 classics too on Sega CD. Night Trap. How can we forget ladies being kidnapped and looking like they're being raped? Okay, it was one of the first games, and I hate to say that word. Oh gosh, I hope, you know what? I'm so glad I can cut these because YouTube hates words like that. I don't want to say that word. Okay, I'd rather say shit and piss and all types of other words than that one. But that is one of those games that actually had a lot of controversy because of that. I remember Night Trap, and there were yes, there were so many iterations of Sega CD. I was like, come on, man, here we go, another one. Okay, and the OG, you still got Andrea. Kudos to you. I'm going to go ahead and give you Now, Activision Blizzard has always done a lot in this case. Right now, they are being accused of union busting. All right. So I'm going to read through this real quick. All right. We're going to go through this, and I want to take calls. So I want to get you guys calls, and we're running good on time, and I'm going over. So my bad. Activision Blizzard employees represented by a Better ABK worker group filed a lawsuit against the Call of Duty publisher with the National Labor. Damn, why you got to put Call of Duty publisher, man? Why though? But with the Call of Duty publisher with the National Labor Review Board yesterday, accusing it of union busting. It comes in the wake of a bombshell California lawsuit alleging widespread sexual harassment and discrimination at the company. Activision Blizzard management is using coercive tactics to attempt to prevent its employees from exercising their rights to stand together and demand a more equitable, sustainable, and diverse workplace. The Code CWA Campaign to Organize Digital Employees, which has partnered with a Better APK for a lawsuit, wrote in a press release today. This is exactly what they wrote. If the NLRB rules in our favor, the ruling will be retroactive, and we will set a precedent that no worker in the U.S. can be intimidated out of talking about forced arbitration. Now, damn. So let's go. We ain't done. According to the complaint, Activision Blizzard told employees they cannot communicate. Your ass better not talk to nobody. You better not discuss ongoing investigations of wages, okay, hours, and working conditions. Okay, you better not discuss any of that. Now, one thing I will say is investigation of wages. I do think that is something that should not be discussed at a company, because imagine I go in, I get a raise, you go in, you don't get a raise. I say, hey, dude, did you get a raise? And you go, no. Did you? And I go, yeah, I did. And you go, how much is yours? Man, mine was $5,000. Now, the next time you come in, you know what you say? Hey, I know somebody that got a $5,000 raise. And guess what? I'm the only one that got that raise. So who they come to? Me. I'm the one that told. So there is a problem with the investigation of wages. I think that is something that I will ride with them on that one. But has leveraged its social media policy, surveillance, and employee interrogations to try and punish employees for engaging in worker activity that's prohibited under federal law. Sim Broly, what's going on? You see that? Yeah, you see it. We talking. We definitely getting spicy today. We think that since they're being so outspoken, leadership is trying to get rid of them. One current employee told Vice's Waypoint. They said this has contributed to some employees going silent or just flat out leaving the company altogether. We've seen retaliation already, so I'm scared. All right? Activision Blizzard did not immediately respond to requests for a comment. Now, that's one thing. That's just one thing. Like I said, Activision Blizzard is a shit ton of shit, okay? We're going to go on and on. I got more. You thought we was done there? No, we're not done. But they are trying to censor people, and this is something that a lot of workplaces, why they get together and make unions. They make unions because you don't want to have the fear of working with your coworker, talking with your coworker, just pretty much going through your experience at the job together, which is a lot of coworkers do. But some people's experience may be different than others. So if I have a great experience, you have a terrible one, they don't want you to share your terrible experience with everybody. They want to make sure you shut the hell up. But me, since I'm having such a great experience, I get a raise. So then you feel like, hey, it's not based on performance. It's more based on politics. Sound familiar? Now, we ain't done. We not done. Blizzard reduces titties in World of Warcraft, but not sexism at the company. Yes, Blizzard reduces titty in the World of Warcraft, but not sexism at the company. So you telling me, Blizzard, that you will go ahead and say, hey, we don't want as much titties being shown as it was before. But you had a BlizzCon where you made a lady feel like crap for saying that she wanted women to come out respectable and not have cleavage and everything showing like they step out of Victoria's Secret. And they said, oh, I don't care. My man, Cliff, I appreciate that. I need all that. Everybody on Twitch, hit the follow. You know how we do, okay? But now Blizzard says, you know what? We were wrong. We feel sorry to all the women out there. What we're going to do is, it's not in the real world. It's in our digital, but it's just as good. Just wait. Just hold on for me. Titty size. Breast size has been reduced. And I don't even want to say reduced. Let's just go through it. We're going to read it. The newest World of Warcraft update reduces the amount of titty that can be seen in the game. Now, I want to ask a question. Why don't we say titties? Is titties the proper term for it? Because titties mean 2. I thought titty was 1. So if they reduce the amount of titty, they reduce the amount of, or how much titty, teachers don't. But the newest World of Warcraft update reduces the amount of titty that can be seen in the game. Unfortunately, no restitution for its gender marginalized developers in sight. As spotted by Wowhead user Archimitros, or The latest 9.15 patch of World of Warcraft updates some in-game paintings of women to be less revealing. While others have been removed altogether, a robed women's image in Stormwind has also been altered to cover more of those breasts. And scantily clad reclining women who just had everything hanging out has met the strange fate of becoming a bowl of fruit. While no direct correlation is apparent, the patch's timing notably coincides with the fact that Activision Blizzard is currently being sued by the state of California for gender discrimination. The lawsuit details accounts of sexual harassment, retaliation, gender pay disparity, and racial discrimination at Activision Blizzard. The suit aims to make the company comply with workplace laws and to address wages lost by some employees due to gender discrimination. But that's not what you're here for. You want to see what happened with those titties. I know y'all freaks. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. Hold up. No, we got to show something. You got to show me something here. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. Vanilla wall paintings. HD update. Can we get, come on, is it going to load? Are we really dealing with that many ads? Can I get something here? Oh, okay. There we go. So now we see some pictures. Let's pull this one up first, okay? So this is how the woman used to look. And yo, that is pretty much the whole entire Mortal Kombat cast. Am I lying? That's Mortal Kombat cast. I swear, Sonya like that. Melina's even like that. She ain't even human. She got a monster face. And Melina got that. Okay? If you talk about X-Men, don't Rogue got that. Don't Storm got that. Like every single game, woman is pretty much introduced like this. But what they've done today, cleaned her up. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to give my honest critique. The old one, I want to say they're playing with me too, because the old one looks like it was made on the older version of the game. The newer one looks like it was made on the newer version. Oh, they cleaned it up. Justin, what's going on, man? Get your bump. See everybody. I see y'all in here. I'm trying to get to y'all, man. I'm trying to get to you. But this new one here actually looks better. I'm going to say for multiple reasons. It's just more, seems more realistic. I'm going to be honest, just the clothing, everything she's got on, her hair, the little thing. But this seems like an older one. Now, which one is more appealing to men? I'm sure the one with the breasts hanging out. Okay? This one might not be as appealing to men. Or, you know, maybe. I don't know. But that's just one, right? So this is the next one. There was a lady laying out. Like, take me now. And they changed her to a bowl of fruit. Okay? That's what they did. So I had to get that out the way. So, of course, I had to speak about that. So Activision... Blizzard has reduced titty in World of Warcraft. They said, nah, we got too much titty showing. We need to go ahead and lower that amount, okay? And we need to make sure we got just the right amount of titty. Just the right amount. Can't have too much. We need just a little bit, okay? And we're not done. I'm not done with them. Guess what else is happening? I'm not even going to read the article to go through it. But Diablo 2, they are very worried that if their game's going to even do good because of everything Activision Blizzard has been going through, they're going to be releasing the Diablo 2 Resurrected. They have released it on July 20th. I am going to go to the article, okay, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But they released it on July 20th, Diablo 2 Resurrected, and they believe that they have been suffering already, okay? They've been suffering already because they had to deal with this backlash from Activision Blizzard. Okay, Call of Duty's coming out later. I actually think Call of Duty favors in this because Call of Duty, the popularity of the fanboys and the toxicity from all of us, they're going to sell regardless. And I just think that's the way it is. But yeah, so Diablo 2 devs are like, what the hell, Activision Blizzard? We're just screwed all the way around. We're not going to make money on our games, and you guys are to blame for it. Okay, bring on the boobies. Yo, I'm with my man on that. They, you know, I ain't got no problem with it. I'm going to just say I do have, you know, women, I understand being sexualized, and they you know, they're in the workplace. They're like, hey, I don't want to be sexualized. I don't want to, you know, I'm just working. I don't want to be looked at like a piece of meat. There are women who want to be looked at like that. The same way with guys. There's guys who don't want to be looked like that, and there's guys who want to have themselves looked at like that. So to each his own. But that's another thing with Activision. Got that out the way. We're not going to talk about too much about Activision Blizzard. Like I said, I want to hurry up and get through some calls. So we're going to go ahead and move on. The next thing is, damn it, let me pull it up because I forgot the name of it. There we go. Okay. So next thing is Amico Television. I'm not going to waste a lot of time on this either. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the most important things of it, and then I'll get straight to taking calls, okay? So, this pretty much has been a disaster from when it was first announced. I remember watching this for the first time at E3 2021. I seen it, and I thought, yo, this actually might be something. This actually might be a good topic. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to be talking about this for years to come. And since then, it has been all downhill from that E3 2021. I'll go ahead and explain a couple things. So, first, it started where the retail price of the console itself was going to be $180, and then the games were going to be, you know, like around $8. They're going to be under $10. Well, today in 2021, they just announced that their price point is going to be between $250 to $300, which is a huge increase from $180. And also, some games can cost as much as $20. Totally fucked up, okay? I think right there, they're crazy. Yo, that wood grain is nice. I'm with you, Andrew. That's the same thing I said. I said that wood grain looks nice, okay? But they're facing a lot of criticism, not just because the price, the games is another thing, because now we're starting to see games that we were told in television is going to be exclusives only, which means they're only going to release games that are exclusive to the Intellivision Amico. But it seems like that's not the case. One of their trailers is showing games that were made on iOS versions or, Android versions a long time ago. We're also seeing that, a lot of people are complaining, saying that the system is just as powerful as like a cell phone. So it really makes people not, they're not really getting excited. But let's talk about the real thing, who is the man, Tommy Tallarico, okay? Tommy Tallarico. Now, I didn't know much about Tommy Tallarico. I'm going to be honest. I just know that when this whole thing came out and I was seeing the advertisements, I knew about Tommy Tallarico. I didn't know nothing he did. But let's go ahead and read about it real quick. We're going to run through. Before diving into the nitty-gritty of the console, it's worth knowing about Tommy Tallarico, who has become the face of Amico. Tallarico purchased the rights to the original Intellivision brand name and all of its classic games in 2018. While you might recognize his name from old episodes of Judgment Day or Electric Playground, Tallarico is primarily known as the creator of a concert series known as Video Games Live. He also composed music for numerous games over the past few decades and created the famous Roblox oof oof, and everybody knows the oof noise. All right, there we go. There's a picture of the man. Look at that man, looking like I'm so great. So he's also quick to speak his mind, which often leads to issues. Oh, here we go. Tommy Tallarico posts on Atari Age forums frequently. He replies to folks around a dozen times a day, sometimes more. Many of these posts are what you could expect, but if you dig around more, you'll find some truly bizarre posts. Tommy has insulted critics, reporters, and YouTubers who are critical of the Amico, even calling some of these people gaming racist and mentally unstable. He also refers to critics as idiots, morons, has told them to return to their safe spaces when they won't challenge him in an interview. Tallarico routinely participates in thread wars, arguing with people for hours or days. Now, I don't know people who own if I own Nintendo, I can't see Nintendo going in there and just like, hey, I'm gonna fight battles all day. The CEO. Okay, I'm the CEO. Let me go fight these forum battles, baby. Forum battles is what you got to deal with. I don't see that, but here we go. A great example of Tallarico's odd behavior as CEO came after Ars Technica report about the publicly archived Amico dev portal and all the specs and info it revealed. Tallarico in the response report insulted the author of the article and threatened legal action in an odd, now deleted series of tweets that were saved by game history org founder Frank Cifaldi. Shout out to you, man. We're giving you a bomb. This is why we able to get this, because this man saved it. This man saved it. Okay, Kyle, what is up? I see Kyle drop through. Good to see you. So we're going to go ahead. A great example of his behavior came from that article, right? You're going to see here, it was also dragged up during all this that Tommy follows many right-wing white supremacists on Twitter. So now we get into it, okay? Now, let's pull it up. Let's go ahead. Before I even give my piece, we're going to pull it up. So just a heads up for anyone this might be relevant to. Tommy Tallarico, the Video Games Live guy, has been calling anyone who criticizes his badly designed new Intellivision console communists and gaming racists. He also follows white supremacists on Twitter. So let's go ahead and see what we're talking about, man. Let's get to it, okay? So I'm just going to read some of here. We'll get into the other stuff. But nothing industry inexperienced numbskull, YouTubers or snarky message board posters. Folks like that don't have the intelligence nor the maturity to actually discuss the topic. He going ham. The small group of negative Amico fanboys are nothing more than narcissists and cowards. Now, first I want to say, as I'm reading this, everybody got the freedom of free speech. So he can say whatever the hell he wants to on there, but it can have your, it can hurt your stock, as we like to say. Okay, your stock could drop, which means, you know, you're worth this much, but now you're not worth this much because of what you're doing. So you could face a stock drop, but he typically can't be, you know, held liable or anything. So are just immature, intellectually challenged folks, those morons. Keep in mind, idiots like Pat. Damn, he called him straight idiot. They are clearly negative morons. He loved morons, man. This thing, idiots and morons stuff, he loved it. Another word for that is racist. They are gaming racists. There, I said it. Jag. It's from the mentally unstable folks. They are literally so unintelligent that they are not self-aware enough to know how dumb they are. Ego doesn't even begin to describe it. He's a real jerk in person as well. So if you think he's awful in his videos, it isn't an act. He's like that in real life. Now, that can be something. You know, you could say, well, he said in real life, his experience. Okay. Probably a very insecure and immature one. You guys are just too lazy and unprepared to handle an interview with me. I'd waste you and every lame and at trying to make you idiotic patron. Now hurry back to your safe space surrounded by your stuffed animals so you can sling your arrows instead of standing up for yourselves and facing me, cowards. There are some really unintelligible, there goes morons, okay? So one of this guy here says, LOL, guess who else Tommy Tallarico is following? What did he put? Steven Crowder, Dave Rupper, and Tim Tebow. Now, Tim Pool, okay. Now, one thing I want to say with this, because this is the other one here. The quartering is who he's followed, and he blocked them. So I want to say this to those, okay? Let's pull it back up. Let's pull it back up on screen. Now, I just announced not that long ago I'm a black man, okay? I announced that. And, you know, I like to reiterate and let people know that, yes, I'm black, okay? As much as I don't rock with white supremacy, right? He's got the right to follow whoever he wants to follow. I ain't got no problem with whoever you want to follow. If you follow somebody, you follow them. You know, it might, I can make a judgment on how I view you, but it's only a judgment. If I meet you and you cool, I'm going to just say, yo, he be wild with that. But, you know, I just don't know how you yourself can be the CEO of a company and do this publicly and think that it will work out in your benefit. I don't see how. We got companies putting out accidental statements, and they're trying to clean them up. This dude is going out there fighting flame wars as a CEO of Intellivision. And Andrea just said the wood grain looks nice. I agree. The wood grain looks beautiful. I'm still kind of interested in seeing this system play through. But he's just digging himself more and more in a hole. Not to mention this system is only as powerful as like a cell phone. Not to mention that games are supposed to be only Intellivision exclusive, but now it seems like you're bringing out games that were made back in 2016. You're bringing them out and coming out like, hey, we added this feature, we added this. You know, a bunch of things. K2, what's going on with you, man? Let me get you. You know, you got a bunch of different things that I could be stating about the system. But I'm not even going to state those. I'm going to just say, Tommy Tallarico, man, chill out, bro. Chill out, man. Just sit back, relax, man. We ain't got no problem. Stay off the computer, man. Stay off the computer. Just don't even get on there, man. Stop commenting all this stuff because you're commenting this and you're not helping the Intellivision Amico sales. You're not helping them at all, okay? And you got the right to follow who you want to follow, watch who you want to watch. You can do all that. But one thing you should not be doing is telling people because you have a different viewpoint is that they're ironic. Okay? Like, that's crazy. If you got a different viewpoint, I'm like, I don't believe it. It's false, but I'm not going to say it's ironic. Like, this man has went far. Okay? So now, and appreciate that. Appreciate you helping that, folks update. Okay? We need that. So, again, that was Tommy Tallarico. Okay? You guys can see a picture of him. You know, I hope you stay off, man. I hope everything goes good with you. I don't, you know, a lot of people say right wing, left wing, you know, chicken wing. Me, myself, I'm square in the middle. I'm for my own, you know, if it works for me, it works for me. I don't really care. I don't go into the left, right, blue, red, all that shit. So if he follows who he follows, he follows who he follows, he watches who he watches, he does what he does. That's the end of that. So now we're going to go ahead and take calls. Okay. I want to go ahead. So I see Kyle, my man Kyle, I just missed you, Kyle. I tried to hit it. Okay, there we go. Now, hold on, Kyle. I'm not sure. Kyle, can you hear me okay now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you good, man. How are you doing today, man?
Hey, Nick. How are you?
I'm doing good. Now, I let everybody know earlier, Kyle, that we did work on the video game debates, how we were going to be, we're going to kind of be like some of these forums are doing, and we're going to move everything to Discord. We're just going to move everything to Discord. But no, we're going to work that out and trying to have that first show Tuesday of this week. So, but nonetheless, Kyle, before I jump into the topics, is there anything you got to say first before I just start running my mouth?
Well, ideally, we're going to start doing the podcast calls on Discord. So audio quality will be better and privacy will be better for everybody. Nice. This is a message to you, Joe. Get Discord, please, and join the Discord server. Link in the description right here.
Hey, and one thing we talked about, man, it's like, man, we're gonna have to roll out the laptop and the reading glasses for Joe. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to help him out, man. We're gonna have to put him on these. But no, I think Joe's got it, man. We'll make it as simple as possible. But yes, Joe is one of those that was firm on I do not use Discord. So we'll be the first to break him. Okay, we'll get him on there. He'll be on the show. He's gonna do it. We'll work together on that. But now, God, and I'm glad you mentioned that too, because a lot of people don't know the privacy aspect of it, which is another great thing. And also certain things that Kyle had shown me, like having, users on standby, being able to see comments and things and be able to interact live right there. I do think is a huge benefit. So no, I'm with you 100% on Discord, and we are going to be moving that route. Now, we got that out the way. So I'm going to ask you a couple things. Now, Kyle, did you happen to see the video of my man dislocating his shoulder while celebrating?
So I just had to go right before you started it.
Okay, that's good. That's good, Kyle.
And I came back at the World of Warcraft update.
Okay, no, that's cool. So I'm going to tell you, Kyle, this man, I'm just going to give you a play-by-play. And you know what? I'm very tempted to play the video game. But you know what? I'm not, because I'm just going to laugh. But this guy, he won. And we've had it before where you play the game, you were, probably played the level 20 times and you finally beat it. And then you jump up and you do the fist pump. Yeah. Well, he does a fist pump and dislocates his shoulder. But he gets back up, Kyle, with the other arm and fist bumps a couple people. And he still celebrates. Does this man deserve an award for how strong and tough he is? Or does he deserve an idiot reward for how dumb it was to throw out your shoulder during a celebration?
I broke my kneecap doing karaoke.
Yeah, Kyle. So I hear where you're going with this. Okay, so what you're saying is freak accidents happen. That's what I'm pretty much hearing. Okay, and Kyle, being that you mentioned that, what happened? Tell us that. We need to hear that. What happened? How did
I didn't fall or anything. I just I don't know how to explain it, but it was fractured in two spots.
How, Kyle? What move was you doing? Now, Kyle, you don't tell me you was out there you were dancing.
I wasn't dancing. Okay. I wasn't on a stage, and I did not fall or anything like that.
Okay, all right. So you didn't. So Kyle, this is getting more weirder. Now we got to find out. So are you standing there and your knee just goes bam and shatters and people are watching and they just see you collapse from an imaginary kick to the knee? Or how was it? What happened?
I did finish the song after it happened. I was just yeah, it's probably nothing, right? I kind of just walked. I kind of moved in a weird way. And that's what caused it. And then I sat down afterwards, and I could not stand back up.
Dang. And you realize you fractured. Okay, so I can understand that. So I can see how you finished. Did you feel when it happened? Something like that?
Oh, yeah, immediately. I was like, that's all right.
Dang, and that's exactly the reaction this guy gave. Without you seeing the video, you pretty much just gave. He's celebrating, and I want to say he threw it out a couple fist pumps earlier, but it seems like eventually he just grabbed it and he collapsed and starts grimacing in pain. But he stands right up and starts fist bumping people and celebrating. I'm like, yo, this man's a soldier. You know what I mean? So, okay, I'm glad you told us that, Kyle. So now I'm going to go ahead and say freak accidents happen. Okay, you are a living testament to that. I'm going to cut this dude some slack. I thought maybe it was him. Now I see it can happen. At least I know. You've never told me a lie. So I believe you when you tell me, man. Wow. Okay, so how is your knee now?
Oh, I'm fine now.
All right, good. That's good. That's what matters. Okay, that's what we care about.
I think I was like just not able to move my leg for 6 months.
Okay. Well, that's when it comes to a whole lifetime, 6 months.
Well, I can move my leg. I just couldn't bend my knee.
It. Okay.
Obviously.
That makes sense. So they probably had you up in the cast. You had to crutches the whole nine. Okay. All right. No.
I didn't have crutches. No, I never got crutches. Also, it was my birthday when they happened.
Oh my God, man. Kyle, man. This is sad.
And
so,
I was
Kyle,
on
your
vacation.
Birthday.
It was the start of that vacation.
So you started a vacation. And you know, Kyle, this is I'm still amazed that you had to deal with this, Kyle. You know what? I first want to tell you, for Mother Nature doing what it did to you, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. It shouldn't happen on your birthday, man. I you know what? At first I was like, damn, that's weird. On your birthday, first day of vacation? So the rest of the vacation?
It was not the first day.
Okay.
And it was not directly on my birthday, but like we went on vacation because it was my birthday.
Okay. All right. Oh man, that's so. And you know what's crazy, Kyle, is I actually was just at the park with my daughter yesterday, and this kid was playing on this little like balance beam style thing, and I kept telling him, "Slow down, man, slow down." He falls, Kyle, and literally, I hear ah, and he lifts up, and his wrist is going one way, and his hand is going the other, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" So believe me, it happens. This was just the other day. I understand that, but I'm glad you're okay now. So now, that out the way, Kyle. Call of Duty Vanguard beta, man. I played it. Best game ever since sliced bread. What do you say?
I say, is it better than Battlefield the day? Yeah, I read your Twitch stream title. I watched it.
Damn you, ow! Damn you, Kyle. The gods hurt me. I threw this down on the desk and it popped back and hit me in my face, Kyle. What are you doing? What are you doing to me, Kyle? Battlefield 2042. Damn you. Okay? Damn any Battlefield, period. But I will say this, Kyle. I will say Battlefield is looking nice. I'm not going to hate on it, okay? But I'm just going to tell you, I played Vanguard beta. It's back, Kyle. Am I just being a fanboy still? Or do you feel like you're really feeling it coming from me that this is
I haven't seen any footage of either, right? Like,
okay.
But I do know that you're definitely fanboying here. Somewhat. There's a guarantee that that's happening.
I ain't mad at you, Kyle. I ain't mad at you because, you know, I get that. I get that a lot. And I don't mind it. I'm actually flattered because, you know, I'd rather be called that. That let me know I'm representing the right way. Okay, so I appreciate that, man. And yes, I will say this is the best Call of Duty ever made to man. That's what I always say with everyone that comes out. I'm going to stick by it. So, now, Switch news. Kyle, have you heard anything as far as the Switch news lately? We talked about the Bluetooth driver. That now, which, you know, they've had it there, but they just never implemented it. Now they finally implemented it.
To the point where the homebrew applications implemented your driver, Nintendo.
Hey, and I want to say they even did it better because some of the things I'm hearing, one of the things is you must be connected to the internet in order for this to work. How does that work, Kyle? Is you being not
wait? Did they actually release?
Yes. Kyle, so good. I'm glad. So we're going to catch you up to speed.
I need to update my Switch. That was...
Yes, they updated the Switch. And the latest update, they actually included the Bluetooth driver. And now people are syncing up AirPods seamlessly. But there is some flaws. If you're using local wireless play, no Bluetooth devices. Can't work. Only one Bluetooth device can be paired at a time. You can have 10 saved in there, but you can only have one paired at a time. And also...
That makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
For the local wireless play part. One at a time also makes sense. Try pairing multiple to a non-Samsung phone.
Drop them bombs. That's why we got you here, man. And the last one is it must be connected to the internet. Does that make sense to you?
That does not make sense. Local wireless play makes sense because at this which you're communicating with Bluetooth to each other. So when you're using LAN play, and it will limit the Bluetooth connectivity, and you still want to have the 8 controllers maximum to be connected to it.
Now, some Sage mentioned, I seen that, and Andrea was talking about online as well, but do you think that this was just mainly because they're trying to block out custom firmware?
I don't know. There's definitely going to be a way around that Wi-Fi. Because there is zero chance that is actually a limitation of the Bluetooth driver, because we see it working without that.
We see it working without it, and when I heard that, I was amazed, and it was confirmed. I've seen a couple other people confirm it, and it's so weird. And the only thing I can think about is maybe it is to combat firmware, because if you got custom firmware, they're trying to use it offline, and they're like, hey, you can't use it offline, maybe?
Yeah, but why would Wi-Fi be the definitive factor there, right? Like, people can turn on their phone's hotspot and not have their data on. There you go. You just bypass their security there. Like, that's not a big deal.
And that was just good. So I'm glad you added in that. But yes, it has been updated. I'm going to update my Switch later today, and I'm going to start putting out the videos for it and everything. But just want to throw that out there. So now, that video that you helped me with before for the Bluetooth driver, now, hey, they implemented it. But, Kyle, we will be talking later, too, about the Android video and such. We're going to talk about that. So, next thing, forums are dying, Kyle. Do you agree that forums are dying? Or do you disagree and think forums are still standing strong?
When was the last time you heard of somebody going to the TX supports forum and not the TX Discord?
Oh, he's such a smart ass. I love it. Yo, so let me tell you this, Kyle. One thing I will say, though, is when have you seen, so you're telling me if GBA Temp, right? They create a Discord. Do you think people would go to the Discord before they go to the forums?
Oh, for sure. Because you have, it's like instant. You've been on IRC chats, right? You'd rather go to an IRC chat back in the day than a forum because you get a quicker result. You actually get your solution fixed quickly. You can reply to the guy immediately. Not necessarily guy, but you can reply to whoever replies to you immediately and be like, hey, how can I do this, for instance, and get your responsive Google it.
Now, let me ask you this, Kyle. I'm going to paint you a scenario. Since you use Discord quite often, let me paint you a few scenarios for forum users. So let's say I'm a forum user, and I always go to the forums to search. And I'm looking for some, let's say, Xbox 360 Cool Runner chips. I'm trying to find different, troubleshooting steps. I go to Discord, and I know they have a search function. But would a search function in a forum, wouldn't it be more useful? And being that it has a timestamp and it's archived, you can know around what time. Isn't that better for a forum than it is for Discord? Or how would you get that information?
Searching a forum will be so much easier than searching Discord. Discord search is awful.
Okay.
But however, you wouldn't really search a forum. You would search Google that links you to a forum.
True. I give you that. And it would link you to a forum. Now, granted, Google's not going to link you to a Discord.
Yeah, I agree with that. That is a thing, right? Like, Discord's more private than the forum is.
Okay, all right. So in this battle here, and being that you're definitely on the Young Buck side, you're on the side of Discord over forums all day, every day. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do agree with that, yes.
Okay. And for me, it's a toughie. I mean, you've kind of shown me the light of Discord. Okay, you've shown me a lot of things, and I said, damn, Discord can actually do a lot that I did not know. But forums, one thing I will give you is the maintaining point. You do have to maintain a forum a lot more. Those calls.
That is completely incorrect.
Nah, talk to me, Kyle. Why is that? So you think is maintaining a forum easier than maintaining a Discord? Talk to me.
I don't think it's easier, no. I just think there is always going to be trouble. Wherever you go, there will always be issues. It's not any easier than maintaining a forum. You still have to moderate Discords.
Okay. All right. So you still, and so moderation, we know still happens. You still have to have your mods in there kicking people out. You're still going to get shit post and all that stuff. That's pretty much going to come with the territory. What is a benefit that you would say of a forum then, of maintaining a forum versus a Discord? Is there any benefits?
Let's say that you want less spam, okay? Somebody can make 100 Discord accounts and have them all join your server, right? And if you ban one account, the rest are still there.
That is a big one. Okay, I agree with you there. That's a big one. Okay, and one would still, you know what?
Whereas, like, with the forum, it will just ban your IP. Discord also bans the IP when you ban an account, but that just bans the IP from joining the server. It doesn't ban any other accounts on that IP.
Oh, that is such a bad thing. They need to update that, man. Come on. That's the least they can do is update that. All right, so I'm glad you mentioned that. And you're turning me over to Discord more and more every day. And like I said, we're going to start doing more stuff on Discord. And that way, you know, once I get used to it, we'll be doing the video game debates. Hopefully these calls can be taken on Discord as well. We can see people in the queue. We can pull them in and, you know, all that. So that's why I'm hoping we go. Now, got just a couple more minutes. I'm going to go through these real fast for you. YouTube duo finds $100,000 in a hoarded house. These two people. And I'm going to give you the story, and I want you to tell me if you think it's a true story or a false story. So, two YouTubers, a guy and a girl, get tipped off that there's a house that, you know, people have abandoned, and it's a hoarder house, okay? And this house has all types of junk and mess in it, and it's going to have to be cleaned out. These YouTubers, who typically go to Goodwills and yard sales for their games, go to the house. They actually find in that house over $100,000 worth of video games, and majority of them, I would say 90% of them are they have not been opened. They're sealed. Okay? Do you think this is a true story or false?
Okay, there's a few red flags there. First of all, $100,000.
$100,000.
I don't believe that. Second thing is hoarders typically use all of this stuff.
Okay, so now we got that, and hoarders use the stuff. So, is there anything about this that would make you say, you know what? I do believe something. Is there anything about this that sounds
They got
true?
tipped off, but that person who tipped them off didn't want to go themselves.
You dropping them bombs, man. You killing. So Kyle, you're kind of seeing.
Look at where they found them, and look how dirty that the place was, and then look how pristine that those cases are.
That's why I had to put it up there, man. Like I called total BS on this story. They are on YouTube. There is the full video there. I went through certain parts, and there was a part where there was a box with a lot of junk on it, but it seems like he pulls it open, and it's just like the dirt, nothing's to the point where it has to be cleaned off. You know, typically you're scrubbing dirt off these things, or they might, you know, deteriorate, because, you know, certain materials don't.
Those are not sealed.
Now, look, they said majority. They said 90% was sealed. They didn't say all of them. Majority were sealed. Okay, so which means
none of the ones that we see here are sealed.
Now, let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull up some here, okay? I don't want to get too much because, you know, I muted it already. Okay. So, look, this is what we were looking at before, right? So, this guy pulls a box out of there. He's just pulling these things. But it looks like somebody just dumped a bunch of dust on top of a box. And he starts pulling them out. You know, and I'm like, oh, and you see how first of all, he has no gloves on. All right? Why would you not be in a hoarder's house with gloves? Look at his shoes. He has no socks. Okay? He's got no socks on. I don't see a roach. I don't see any roaches, which typically roach infestation is, you know, it has to happen.
There is no way. There is no.
He's pulling them out. You can just see.
Feasibly possible way that box would get so filled with crap, but the game cases would not. Like, there's just a little layer of plastic that is blocking it from going inside of the cover. It's like you can take out the cover without destroying the plastic. There is no conceivable way that is possible.
I'm glad. Okay, Kyle, I agree with you 120%. I think this has to be a BS story. Now, what makes it worse is that it was an article written about this on Kotaku, which means these were YouTubers. They're not that big. They're about 6,000 subs, but they're small YouTubers who now just had their article just put out there, multiple articles of people talking about how they found $100,000 in vintage games. And I'm glad you've seen the same red flags I did. I'm sure if we go through comments, we'll probably see fake. You know, I don't know. But nonetheless, had to bring that up. Now, Kyle.
Click on the YouTube video really quickly.
Oh,
just go see if likes and dislikes are disabled and comments are disabled.
You know what? You are right. Let's go ahead and see that. Let's see it. I am very curious of that.
That is another huge red flag. If likes and dislikes are disabled.
Now, you can buy likes, so they are at 974 to 320. I've seen people buy some likes. Holy cow, that's incredible. Whoever lived here was a major gamer. Whoever was there. It couldn't have been locked for 20 years.
Where's the console?
As their games were, which was released in 2013, but still an impression. Yo, he killed it with that. It couldn't have been locked for 20 years as there were games such as Aliens, Colonel Marines, which was released in 2013. Yo, they said for 20 years this place is locked. Those relatives cleaning the house got absolutely financial shafted by you guys. Good thing. Let's explain this for everyone saying that people were ripped off. If the people agreed to a consignment, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The most social media thing ever. Let's excavate this dump in boat shoes and flip-flops. Yes, it is. Happy for Epic Hall. Okay, just curious if this crossed their mind. So I don't know. I think they're going as many likes and loves as they have on these comments. I think they're cleaning them out. I think they're cleaning out bad comments. That's my thing. And they got 320 dislikes. I had a lot of dislikes. You know, I'm a fanboy. So when I was talking shit about Battlefield, of course I was getting dislikes. I knew that. So I can understand how it goes. But there's no, he's got house sandals on. Multiple people say that. There's no roaches I see.
Look at all those comments. They are all hearted, meaning that they show up before everything else.
Yes, you know what? Let's do this. How about we'll go to the most recent? We'll change it.
Look at that. They are all hearted.
They are literally all hearted. So let's go to newest. They're even...
If they just heart enough of the fine comments, the bad comments just don't show anymore.
Yep. I think they're doing that. Room locked for 20 years, and yet there are games from the Xbox 360 that came on the market in 20... Somebody else, okay? I'm excited to see all this engagement on this video. I wasn't going to comment anything before, but when I heard the Vice and Kotaku were promoting this video, I knew things were going to get interesting. See what I'm saying? That's what happened, man. They went, and you know what they did? They just went straight to them and asked, like, hey, what's going on? Can you guys put it up? So, there we go. I got that. So, enough of that. We got it all out. Kyle, anything you want to say to people before you out?
So I saw the Amico just because of you pointing it out. And if I want to go play an Intellivision game, I don't want to play a remastered version of the Intellivision game. I want to play the Intellivision game.
Yo, oh man, I want to give one. I wish I had the because that's exactly what's happening right now, man. You're getting a remastered, and guess what? They're gonna have an extra stage for you or a couple other things. So now, you're right.
Oh wow, an extra stage, fancier graphics. But like, if I wanted that, I'd just go find a fan remake and play it on my cell phone.
Oh my God, this is my dog, man. Yo, Kyle, as always, brother, I'm gonna be talking with you later. You know, we still gotta do Discord stuff. I'm gonna eat after this, so I'm gonna take a couple more calls. But Kyle, I'm gonna be hollering at you later, my dude.
See ya.
Now, my man Kyle killed it, man. He killed it. Kyle, I want to say this, man. You were wrong for calling me a fanboy, man. That was wrong, Kyle. You didn't have to go. You didn't have to do that, Kyle.
Yeah.
What's going on? Joe, my man, is back. Yes, how you doing?
What's going on, Nick Moses? Can we get some Pong? You know, I'll pay $100 for the DLC for the television if they bring Pong with some DLC.
Yo, the DLC might include like two more stages with blocks in the middle of the stage. Oh, that's so creative. Oh my gosh. Nah, I totally agree with him, man. It's like that thing is a crash wreck waiting to happen. I hope it does. I actually had high hopes for it, but the way it's going, it's not looking so good. And we know Steam tried that in the past, you know, with the old, Steam ones, and the Ouya. The Ouya was another one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so it's a lot of them that have failed in the past. So I will agree with you. It ain't looking so hot for them. So Joe, before I dive into anything you want to speak on first?
We're gonna kind of go backwards. That video that you were just talking about, the $100,000 video games. When you pulled up that video, I saw one of the games was on a Blockbuster case, right? Back in the day in Blockbuster Video, they had locks on those cases. All the dirt would have got in there, but it's removable.
You're right. I remember those Blockbuster cases, man.
There's no classic games, and there's no systems or controllers. All you see is just like games that are in perfect condition. Now, here's the deal. With moving and everything from the old house to the new house, I had games fall behind Entertainment Center, and that was only maybe 3 or 4 years old. Those things were covered in dirt, and the covers got messed up. The actual covers inside the case. That's fake ass video.
Yo, I'm with you on that, Joe, man. I cannot doubt it. I'm gonna pull it back on screen just in case those who haven't seen it. But no, as I'm looking at this and he's pulling games out, you can tell it's a real hoarder's house. It does seem like a real hoarder's house.
Yeah.
But it almost seems like they went in there, like took certain boxes that may have been in there and just like cleaned everything out of it, put the games back in, and put a bunch of junk and dust and stuff over it, and figure, hey, we're gonna walk in there like it's brand new.
When I buy used restaurant equipment, I have gloves. I kind of have like longer shorts on. That's just all staged. They didn't do a good job staging it. If they would throw some Sega games in there and some Nintendo games, it'd be kind of more real. But this is just too fake.
No, I'm with you on that, man. Because
Oh, the new Call of Duty Vanguard's in there too.
Yo, and that's another thing. This room was locked for 20 years, but we're literally seeing games that came out in 2005 and 2013, and so I'm like, oh, so that's one red flag. But in the comments, we do not see anybody saying it's fake. Do you believe that they are erasing the comments that are stating that it's fake?
Oh yeah, they're deleting everything. They got people on that. There's probably 3 or 4 people that are monitoring those to try to get their channel boosted very, very high up in ranks. That's a great idea and a great scam. I've never thought about that.
No, it
to do a video like that.
And I went to the most recent comments. Right now I'm looking at one from Shiz Money. Said, this seems fake as fuck. Sorry. Okay? And
I bet you tomorrow it's not there.
Yeah, I bet you too. I bet you it's not there. And we see comments as long as 4 hours ago being hearted. And everything 4 hours ago has been hearted, which means they probably knew these articles were going up. And look, I don't know, Rick looks fake to me. Someone else says that. They don't give a heart to the fake comment. Okay? They do not. They heart everything else. And somebody in French, but then they put super fake. They don't heart that. Fake and lame. They don't put anything. Why is the ceiling falling out? They don't put anything. You lowballed the F out of this guy. They don't put anything. But as soon as somebody says, love the Mega Man 2 Dr. Wily theme intro, the feels alike. Oh, okay. They respond. Now this one says clearly fake and stage, and they actually responded to this one. And they put thanks for watching. Oh,
I've done urban exploring in many, many different places. And it's so dirty in there. I'm not saying for face masks, oh, you need to wear a face mask. But I've actually before, this is back in 2018, I was wearing a face mask doing the urban exploring in some places because it was so dirty you couldn't even breathe.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what I've been hearing. A lot of these places and I've never been into any of those situations, but every time I hear people say, you almost feel like you don't want to breathe in there. You know what I mean? Like you.
Yeah, because it's all chalky and cloudy.
Yes. And these guys are in there just like, oh, it's nothing, you know, this and that. And they're just walking through with no socks and flip-flops, and they're just grabbing stuff. No, so I'm with you on that, Joe. I totally agree. This story is 100% bogus. They're not liking anybody who's calling them fake. And one dude, they actually hearted his comment. And then only thing they put back is thanks for watching. So to me, it's like...
Yeah, I love that article that you did grab. That was really interesting hearing about that and watching it. That's something insanity to the next level.
Yeah, and then, you know, another one here I see, not gonna lie, I think this is fake in my opinion. And they said, you aren't the only one, thanks for watching. Like, it's no finish of that. It's not like, hey, this can't be fake. We walked into the home over here in this area, and it was, you know, these were the owners. Or they could have gave a first name. It was a woman. They didn't even have to get a name. They could have told her story, who was there or anything. Because I just find it that you get tipped off, and then you go here and you find $100,000 worth of games. But no, I agree with you. It's a nice stage thing. I should have thought of that. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. I guess I'm too late. So, Joe, now a couple things. The guy that dislocated his shoulder, Joe, we just heard Kyle said that he had his knee fracture. Just standing there. Just like standing there, man. Do you think that, like, do you believe in the Mr. Glass theory that some people's bones are just like low bone mass? Or what do you think? Because it's not typical people do fist pumps and get hype or, you know, dislocated, or you do karaoke in your knee. So what do you think of that?
This is my theory. Since me and you are older, I'm 32, and you know you're 38, I believe.
Yep.
We were raised differently. We went outside. We played outside. I remember taking a radio flyer wagon, pretending it was a race car going down a hill, scraping my knees, and I'm okay. These kids aren't built for endurance anymore. It's like, you know, here's your hot chocolate, Jimmy. Sit down in front of the computer all day.
Yo.
You know, I got a paper cut. I need to go to the ER room.
Yo, you are so telling the truth right now, because the way I feel, it's like, yo, I remember going outside, you know, just running around, doing crazy stuff too, man. It's just like whatever.
Yeah.
Then also during summers, we wanted some extra money. You know, I would go shovel snow. I would go try to cut grass. You know, do like normal neighborhood kid stuff. You know, my brother had a paper route. You know, you just try to make a little money, and then you do
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
definitely. My first job, I didn't even get paid for it. I got paid in tips. I was in New York. I was working on the docks loading luggage into strangers' boats.
See, that's what I mean.
I got paid in tips. You know, that's it.
No, I believe it. My first job, which, you know, my mom hated to hear, but I was probably 6 years old pumping people's gas at a gas station by the house. I mean, I was just like, I seen somebody doing it, and they were like, hey, do you want me to pump your gas? So I just walked up to somebody. I was like, do you want me to pump your gas? And they're like, sure. And I pumped the gas, and they give me a tip. And I'm like, yo, this is, nice. This is very easy. So I don't know where these kids come from, but I do agree. I think we got out, moved a lot more. We did a lot more.
Oh, definitely.
And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing kids with brittle bones, okay? Now, Kyle, I don't want to speak because Kyle's my dog, okay? That's my dog. When he said his knee, I felt bad, man. He said, it not only happened, it happened during a vacation for his birthday. So I'm like, oh, man, it ruined your birthday. You know what I mean? You're just laid up now.
Yeah, that's horrible when that happens.
You can't roll up to the cake. They got to bring the cake to you with candles and blow it out. You know, they put it under your chin.
They bring an air gun to blow out the candles.
Yo, I just felt so bad, Kyle, man. I'm like, yo, that's my dog, man. I felt bad. So now, with that, I'm glad you said that. I do agree with that.
I want to talk about the forums.
Oh, please, Joe,
I'm an old
you're a
head
person
here.
that's an old head. So tell me, Kyle was speaking about the Discord. He think it's beneficial in so many ways. He did say search is better in forums, but what do you think about forums all going down, and if they all went to Discord? Is that something you would like, or do you think these forums have a strong purpose?
I would hate that, not because I'm an old head with using Discord, and yes, I will create Discord for the NickMoses05 podcast. But here's the deal. I was helping somebody with a switch with SXOS. I needed to find out some information on version like 1.2, like when SXOS came out in the middle of 2018. I found an old Reddit forum. I got the information I needed. Now, if everything was on Discord, I wouldn't find that because I was doing a Google search. You can also take in the name of the forum. Let's say it's called, Bobby's, inline cars. All you have to do is type in Bobby's inline cars space differentials breaking, and you'll find what you're looking for. When you have a secure chat room like Discord, you can't find the information you're looking for. Also, like what I think you were saying about with having the bots and having the the stupid comments. In these private forums, you need to register with an email address, sometimes with a phone number. So it's harder to make the stealth accounts. I mean, you can make a phone number, 123, but someone's not going to really go out of their way just to harass somebody. So, and it's dedicated. You'll have more intelligent people there. I belong to one forum that does a lot of underground information, and I know a lot of the people there, and they're very knowledgeable on their stuff. So you have more of a tight niche, brainy base when it comes to dedicated forum, because they have to pay the up cost for the server and the website, the $10 a month and whatever. People asking for donations and shit, old school. The website's going to crash soon. We need an extra $2 to stay open this month. That's old school stuff.
You know what? And that is the old school, because that was my thing for forums. You've seen a lot of forums like, hey, we're trying to make server cost. Could you donate? Could you do this? They would get VIP status. They also would run ads, and they would let you know the reason you're seeing ads is because it helps pay, the bills for the server, and those things I totally agree with.
And plus, what's great is, I don't know on Discord, because I know you know it, and Kyle knows it. There's actually a premium form on the forum where you can pay a donation, or you can, pay a monthly fee. Or if you're like me and you're a cheap ass and you want to hack it, you can hack it and see the premium information for free. That's like totally underground stuff if they don't want the general public to know about, to try to shut down the forum. You can pay a donation fee and see the juicy information.
Nice. And I will agree with you on the forums thing. Like for me, and Kyle mentioned the IRC chats. I was there. That was a big benefit of the IRC chats.
Oh, I remember that.
Having someone there in real time. But the way I feel is that why couldn't a forum just integrate a chat?
See, here's the deal. If we keep streamlining everything, like the social media and forums and knowledge, the internet's going to be more and more censored, because people aren't going to go out of their way to start a website.
I agree with you.
It's all going to be dedicated. You either have Google, or you have Facebook, or you have Discord. No. There's no more, little stuff.
No, I agree. And I'm hoping and praying that, like GBA Tip doesn't say, oh, I'm going to Discord. I'm like, oh, God, all this information that I'm finding or using or posting, there's a lot of other forums. That's just the first one that comes off the top of my head. But to have to go there to Discord and to search for something, you're right. I don't even know if you're going to find what you're looking for, and how would you if the forum's gone?
Well, yeah, especially if the information's hidden, because that's what it seems like. It doesn't matter how dive of a deep search you go with Google. If the information's meant to be hidden, it will stay hidden. Google's going to have a hard time trying to find it. So you're going to have to really do an advanced search through Discord, however you do that. Maybe at the top of the URL, type in / whatever you're looking for, and / enter, trying to command it. But it's kind of, information should be available to everybody. That's how I feel.
Now, Joe, the console wars segment I talk about, which one was more influential to gaming as a whole? I do believe both of those systems came at a time where I think was prime gaming. Like you either had a Sega Saturn, a PlayStation, or a Nintendo 64. You had either at least one of them.
Yeah. Well, going back to the video, I don't want to go on to the Sega, because I'm a Sega fanboy, like how you are with the Call of Duty.
Go ahead, yeah.
But like how you did it, how you divide it with the PlayStation 1 and the 64, I'm more of a Sony fan, but I'm going to lean in towards the N64, because I have a story that hits home for me on this. Okay. I wanted to buy a Nintendo 64 back in the day. I forgot how old I was, maybe 5 or 6 or younger, I forget. My parents want to buy it for me because it's too expensive. So I kept saving my lunch money up. It took me 3 or 4 months. I finally got it. I got close to the amount, like it was $80. I think maybe the system was $150. I could be wrong. I asked my dad, can I borrow the money? He's like, no, you're going to save up for it and you're going to buy the damn system yourself. Not being cheap, just kind of show you you need to save your money, like a life lesson. Yeah. And I was so happy that I had enough money. I just made it with the tax. I bought the Nintendo 64 limited edition one by accident because it was on sale. And it came with that Star Wars pod racers. That was the best thing for me playing. I played that game for hours on end, hours and hours and hours. then I finally had enough money later on to buy GoldenEye. Great game.
So you got some hit titles in that. And also back then, like you said, you would buy a game and it says, hey, it comes with Mario 64. You know, so you
now you're lucky if you get a controller with the system or the hard drive's not broken. Hashtag Sony.
I totally agree. Now it's like you get a game and, you know, I can't even tell you the last time I purchased a console that came with the game if I wasn't buying a bundle. I really can't.
Yeah, what pissed me off with not going off top real quick, with the Sony PlayStation 5, we're shipping it free with a game. I'm like, who cares? Back in the day, I was getting systems that came with games. You got a Sega, came with, Sonic 1 and 2. Bought a Nintendo, came with, this and this and that. Oh, boy, you're giving me a game that's digital. No, oh, boy.
I remember that. Wii Sports was a big one when Wii came out.
Oh, yes, I remember you came. My dad got me a Sega Saturn for a present. I'm not lying to you. It was reduced for $50 and came with 4 games brand new from Kmart. We're going back now. We're going to Kmart now.
Yeah, we're going to Kmart, man. Shout out to Kmart, man. I miss the Kmarts. I used to love going to Kmart and just feeling like, you know what? Like, I'm not going to pay those Walmart prices. I'm going to Kmart. It's not like it was much different and all, but no, I definitely remember Kmart, the Toys R Us's, and the KB Toys.
The days back then were so awesome. I don't know if you ever heard of this console or not. It's a gaming handheld. It's black and white. It's called Gamecom. Interesting quick story about this. I went to KB Toys, and there was one of these laying around. My dad was asking, how much is this, right? Yeah. He got me the Gamecom with a shitload of games and a bunch of accessories, maybe for $20 or $30. And manager didn't know what the hell it was and could care less. Here, $30 for everything. Like, okay. I'm like, here you go. You got all this stuff. And it was awesome. I even had an internet browser and it didn't know how to use it. Didn't know what a 56K modem was back then, but.
No, I'm with you on that too. Because when everything first started coming out, I had no idea how to use internet or anything like that.
Those days are long gone and over. No one's going to have that nostalgia that we did about stuff. I
don't think so. And that's why I mentioned before when we had the segment about old gamers versus new gamers. That's a lot of what I was going through is the appreciation that builds over time. So, for instance, if I'm waiting on the game, there's been games that still come out today that I play, and I'm like, it takes a while to load. I don't get frustrated. I typically either click it and I find something to do, and at times it's going to take a while, or I pull out my phone, I'll do something, or it's not really a big deal. But you got some people who go out there and say, load times are ridiculous. And I think that's
it's those young kids. I have to wait 5 seconds. Who cares?
Yeah, that 30-second ad, I can't stand it. You know what I mean? It's just like, you're like, wow. And you just think like there was a time where, we had to sit through load times. And I remember some load times being a minute, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And you're sitting there just like, la, 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 da, 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 da. And it finally comes up and you're like, thank you. Or Resident Evil, each time you went into a door, that whole segment of the door opening and before you go into the next room, like there was no seamless walking into a room. It
wasn't. And the graphics and all this other stuff, it was all blocky and all tanky.
Oh my goodness. So I'm glad that at least somebody can feel that with me. And now, Joe, I gotta ask, man. I know I am, but I gotta see if it's just me. Am I fanboying it off Call of Duty, man? Vanguard, the best thing ever since sliced bread, the way I feel, okay? Am I fanboying it? Could this possibly be the one?
Well, yeah, you're definitely a fanboy. That's how I am, with Shenmue. You talk about it all day. You like to watch videos on it. You like the art style of the gameplay. That's definitely you. That's how I am with, Shenmue and Gears of War. Those are my 2 go-to games. Yeah,
and Gears of War, by the way, I seen somebody play competitive. Oh my God! I am not on that level anymore. I remember when I used to be good at Gears of War, but man, they're just gliding right to the wall. They're blind shooting shotgun shots and busting people open at perfect times and all. I'm like, man, I've been out the game for a while, man. But one of these days, we're gonna have to get up.
What's good about the Call of Duty, the Vanguard? It's like kind of for old school gamers. Play back in the day with the World Wars. You have the classic guns and everything. Not like I have a gun that's able to climb on a wall and it controls a robot. Who cares? That's so stupid.
Yeah, and
because
you know what?
After a while, that gets annoying. It's like Battlefield looks like they try to copy Halo a lot.
I'm
you
with
know,
you on that.
with the
There's a lot-
futuristic weapons
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
No, I'm right with you on that. And playing that, I will say it was refreshing. You know, my opinion was, oh, I hated the old style guns. I like the new ones. And when I played this, it was not that. It felt refreshing to have these old guns. It felt refreshing to step into environments that were just like your typical environments from a long time ago. It was no, I didn't have to worry about robotic censored sentry guns. I didn't have to worry about, these magical claymores just going off, just, but by your censored. And it was just like beautiful that you're just able to use your gun. You can come in there, you got your basic flashbangs, your bombs, your normal guns. And I would not lie, Joe. It was refreshing.
Yeah,
So I
you know
would agree
what?
with you on that.
Call of Duty Vanguard's going to be for more of the hardcore players. That's what I think. The people that play it, that know games. Not like these, whippersnappers that are 10 years old.
Exactly.
Mommy, I want more Cheez-Its.
Oh, now, my man Joe, before I let you go, just to let you know, I'm going to try to do the video game debates episode Tuesday, and it's not going to be like, this is going to be an impromptu. Okay, so it's not like we need to have everything together. We just really much need everybody in the Discord. I will make sure that, the time's right. I will let everybody know. And then we'll get everyone in the Discord. All you got to do is just have a camera and a mic, and we're just pretty much going to go on, and we're just going to pretty much talk shit for a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much like we did for the video, for the interviews for E3, like get that chat room set up.
Exactly that. So
Yeah,
we're going to be just
definitely.
blah, 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 this and that talking, and then I'll put up the episode, and then we'll go through, once we get used to it, I could maybe go live. We'll start getting, certain topics we're talking about, things like that. So I'm interested, man, but any last words you got to say before you out?
Definitely looking forward to that debate show. Like and subscribe to my main man, NickMoses05. Check us out on the Facebook page. I'm going to be putting up the video tutorials very soon for Atmosphere 13, for Atmosphere 1.10 and OFW 13.
All right, man. When I use those, if I have any problems, man, I'm definitely going to be hitting you up. But other than that, my man, I'm going to holler at you later.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Nick. Have a great night, buddy.
You too, man. All right, guys. That is the show for today. I don't see any more calls coming in. It's your boy, NickMoses05, another episode of MoFam's Gaming Podcast. And MoFam, we are